Jack Technical P, and I decided to just go ahead and start streaming because, to be honest, I think I'm really close to getting this Bard class thing finally unlocked. And if you didn't really, or haven't for some reason been caught up at this point, I've been doing these chill streams while trying to grind up on Trove, just a random, block MMO, RPG kind of game, to get a class called Bard. I've been doing it for a few days and a few weeks to try and gather up enough, what's called credits to do it, and I'm very close to doing it. However, I just thought, hey, I might as well actually stream while I'm doing it. But it's really weird because I never stream at this time of day. It's 2 in the afternoon right now. It's so early in the day for me to stream that I don't even need my lamp that I have on every night because my window is just releasing just natural light into the room. So, let's get started. I wanted to go ahead and just stream it while I'm doing it. So, yeah. I don't know. I just thought, hey, to finish up the little thing I've been doing, I think it'd be weird if I did it off stream at this point, because that's what I've been doing the entire time while on stream. So, but yeah, just a little chill stream. Probably won't be as long as the other ones, but if it is, hey, it works for me. I gotta leave at 5 to call Misty, so yeah, I don't know. Actually, it'd be funny. I could get Misty on stream. That'd be fun. But yeah. Last night's was a little awkward. I'll probably just name this one the same thing I did on YouTube before. Just, 1:17:22 live stream, but day mode, I guess, or something like that. But I don't know. I still gotta do this exact same grind for both the Vanguardian and the Jester costume that the Bard has, because I really want to get that. But in the meantime, when I do it, I end up doing some... I went to the Delve thing that they have every week, because it's Monday now, so the Delve's reset, so I ended up getting some Despoiled Divinity to get the new Bard costume for the Shadow Tower Bard costume, the Despoiled Divinity one. Don't know what it looks like, or I think I might know what it looks like, but I went ahead and bought it, so I'm getting the class anyways. But, I don't know. Hopefully it looks kind of nice. Let's see, did I have anything to talk about? I mean, I have stuff to talk about always, but you know what I mean? I don't know if I have something fresh on new to talk about at the moment. I kind of just turn on the camera and just start going and rumbling, but... I don't know. It's not... I don't think it really feels weird to be streaming at this time of day, because I usually don't. It's just... I don't... What's the word? I don't know. If I think of something, I'll say it. I can stream any type of time of day. It's just I usually do it at night because I think there's going to be no distractions. You know what I mean? If I sound weird, I got a mint in my mouth. That's what I put in my mouth just a second ago. But if that wasn't, I thought I held up to the camera. But if I didn't, for some reason, I don't remember at this point. But anyways, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, streaming during the day. I'm just streaming at a time I think I'm probably not going to get any interruptions at this point, and it'll be fine. It won't be anything too bad. It'll just be someone going, hey, what's up? So, that won't be too bad. Plus, I now learned that streamer mode on Discord just means, hey, I don't get notifications, and I figured that out the hard way, because I ended up missing, a whole, someone hard... This wasn't the other day, I think it was during the first chill stream. Someone was trying to talk to me, and I was I just was flat out ignoring them, I guess. I mean, I wasn't doing it intentionally. I didn't see the notifications, so I mean, I wasn't just actively trying to ignore people. But I don't know. Maybe y'all can help me out on something. So I mentioned in the last stream that I was doing this thing where everyone was talking about downsides and upsides of themselves on Instagram on their stories, everyone I know, or not everyone I know, but a lot of people I know were doing it. So I went ahead and did it too. Someone put in there, and I know who did it. I'm just actively just gonna leave it. Someone put in there because I remember I mentioned I think it might have been the first stream, that I was flying around on a glider in Minecraft wearing a Green Goblin reskin of a chicken costume and saying chicken puns and throwing eggs at people. So they put, for the red flag, because that's what they were calling it, if you remember stream 3, they put chicken puns as one of my red flags, and I was like, oh, okay. Okay, well, I mean, I was kind of getting done with them anyways. I kind of ran out at a certain point, and I just had to stop. And then they immediately messaged, really quick, actually. It was the second I ended up replying to it. Not the second, but it was, within a minute. And I was like, oh, shit, that was fast. No, I really like the puns. I mean, not just chicken puns, but like puns in general. So I made a joke that I'm now gonna give them a daily dose, or not daily dose, not daily. Hell no, I can't. Not that fucking creative. But weekly, weekly dose of puns, and that's becoming a lot harder than I thought it was. The most I can think to do is just load up Reddit and then just go on there and go to like a pun subreddit and go top all time and then just send that. But I don't want to be lazy with it. So I'm kind of trying to think of some ideas for doing it, because that's what I did today. I was like, it's Monday. That's when the week starts. Some people say Sunday, but obviously because school week, I would just go Monday. But so I was like, okay, I got a couple. So I just ended up, I found one that was another chicken thing, and I found one that was like not at all. So I don't know. If any of you seeing this on Twitch and or YouTube can think of any just clever puns I can steal, I would love that, because it would make my job a lot easier. But yeah. Dokkan, the Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle game just ended up coming out with a new update. I did so they came out with two new things. One thing was, the new Z Edition update, which, it's cool. I blew through it really fast, though, or a lot of it really fast, to the point where I got 50 stones and then did a summon and got nothing, and then I'm like, okay, I hate this update immediately now. So now I got about 30, and I'm saving up to get another multi done, because I really want the new LR Janemba that just dropped, because he was supposed to drop months ago when I actually had stones, but now I don't. So now I'm just sitting here like, just waiting for more so I can get this fucking Janemba, because I have every other Janemba in the game. And if you guys know from Stream 3 when I was talking about getting Frieza, I play those games for collection. So I like having every copy of a certain character in the game, or like every version. Not just for like because they're good, but just because for collection purposes. It just feels weird to have an empty, like, missing character. Like right now I'm driving myself crazy knowing that there's like one Piccolo I'm missing from Saiyan Saga. It's the LR Piccolo from that. And I'm missing it because I don't have it, and I'm like, ooh, that really gets to me for some reason. Like, I know it's not a big deal, because, like, he's super shitty, but, like, Saiyan Saga just got to where you can actually run a full team of actual good units. And even then, it's still questionable in my opinion. So, like, there's not a lot of him in Saiyan Saga. That also happened to me when the Dragon Ball Heroes banner came out. Or one of them came out a while back. Because, I'm gonna shoot this man. Because fucking, they came out 2 giant form characters. And one of them was also Super Saiyan 3. And before that, I had every giant form and every Super Saiyan 3. And I didn't get them. So now I was missing things in 2 fucking categories. And I was just like, well, shit. So then I went over to Legends, where I was also equally getting screwed out of all the Friezas and 1 Boo. So it's getting better now, though. I still want to see a Cyberman Squad UR, and then a, should have had another one. Oh, if they come up with another Heroes idea, they should do the Super Saiyan 3 Saiyan Saga Vegeta, because I thought that was hilarious when I encountered that in Heroes. He was like, oh, well, I can just do this, and he did it, and that was really funny to me. It would be a really weird unit to play with, but I think it'd be neat. Let's see, there was something else I was just about to mention. Oh, and then the only other unit I need to get for collection purposes, I think, in Dokkan is, there's a Kalen Caulifla LR that came out. The reason I need to get that, I have every other Kefla and Kalen Caulifla card in the game, including, like, when they drop them back-to-back, or not back-to-back, like, I think there was, like, a 4-month period where they dropped, like, an SDR one, and then they dropped a Tech one, I think, for those two. And I think one of them fused into Kefla, or I think both might, actually. Point is, I got both of them, so I was like, oh shit, that's something I can run. I had a point where I was getting a lot of the featured URs, but not a lot of the featured LRs, so. However, again, there have been times where the yellow coin banner drops, and I just got them first try, like, Tech, Bojack Movie Gohan, and Nappa and Vegeta, Saiyan Saga, LR. Where I just did one single, and I was after waiting for the update, and I just got them, and I was just like, well, great, I have nothing to do now. I mean, I'm happy for it, yeah, but, like, when Dokkan comes out with content, they wait quite a while before releasing, like, anything else. But if I could pull all the units first try, I totally would. Like, I would not mind about that at all, but it's just... Because then I can actually save up for the next banner that comes out. And I should have done that for this fucking Janemba one, because I didn't know when he was going to drop. I knew it was January. And I thought it was early January, and I just saw nothing happen, so I was just like, it's fine, I'll just do this New Year's banner shit, but I regret it. I didn't get very far. I just got to the first 50 and stopped. The first 50 something that gives like a potential LR character, and I was like, nah, I'm done. But yeah, I really want that fucking Janemba. I even went through and did all of the awakening for the AGL one, and that's like, it's not free to play, but it's like a really common card you get when you do summons that's completely useless. Not only did I like awaken him, I got him rainbowed. I did like super attack 10. Like, I have him ready because the same name update dropped, and also the no maximum team cost, so I don't have to worry about anything. I still don't think we. Oh, I'm also missing Janembu. That's the other one that was messing with me from Heroes. Wait, no, I have Janembu. It's Baby Janemba. That's the one I'm missing. That's the one I'm missing. And also, Baby's one of my favorite villains, so that was just a got me. But I'll get him eventually. It won't be too long. Just gotta wait like a whole another year for the Heroes banner to drop. Love waiting that long. That's another reason I hate World Tournament too. It takes forever. And that was back when I didn't know how to grind medals, and now I do, and it's still like could be a little faster, but I don't know. Let's see, how much Primordial Flame am I at? Because that's what I've been doing all the stream. I've just been mining some. I haven't got to sell any yet though, because I have 203. Okay, let's get to 300, bulk sale, and then put in chat that it's there, and then just wait and keep mining. Oh, I should probably tell you guys how much flux I have out of the 200,000 that I need. I currently have, at the moment, 76,000, so that's a lot. However, I need to triple that? Or I need, is it triple that? No, that would be a little over. I need double that plus 600,000. No, what the fuck am I calculating? 60,000, right? Because then it put me at 1,000 or 140,000. Then I need another 60,000 to go on top. There, I did the math right. I don't know what the fuck I said 600,000. I mean, just like I always add an extra zero or remove one whenever I'm trying to do quick math like that. I'm not dumb. I know what I'm trying to do. That's what matters. If I slow down, I can do it. I can say it a lot quicker. I'm just trying to be really quick about it because I'm just trying to... I'm not trying to burn through what I'm saying, but I'm just trying to, like, keep things interesting. Like, again, I'm trying to make sure if anyone happens to be listening or watching, because my view count on Streamlabs OBS is delayed usually. Like, it's never an accurate number. Like, I could have, like, yesterday I had, like, 5 people watching, and then I didn't notice until they typed in chat. And then after that, it jumped up to 5 after, like, 3 people typed in chat. But no, I'm not going to go much into that. I'm still going to stray away from that. But continuing on, Streamlabs is not very accurate with its numbers. So if there's anyone in chat right now or watching, feel free to say anything in chat. I'm trying to actively engage. That's why I'm like, it's just chatting, chill stream. So if any of you want to say anything, go ahead. Now, just in case there's no one here, if you're on YouTube, again, you can catch it while I'm live. It'll probably be late, and there probably won't be announced. But hey, if you do, stop on in. And also, you can put things in the comments I can talk about too. Like, nothing's like I can bring up. Like, if I see something, I'll actively talk about it still. Like, it's not, you're not just worse because you can't catch a 1 a.m. live stream at random. That's not fair, you know? That would not be fair to you guys if I was just like, you guys suck because you can't tune in live. When again, I don't announce when I'm going live, I just do it. So that's not your guys' fault at all. So I checked yesterday, and apparently I have like 45 followers on Twitch, which is weird. I guess it works kind of like YouTube, how you get like I have like 311 subscribers right now, but I only get like 1 view per video, and that's lucky. And I'm fine with that. I'm not, like I said, I do this for fun. I don't want views, but I'm trying to like measure that out. And apparently if I can get 5 people chatting and I can get 50 viewers, I like move up a Twitch level or something. I don't really know about it, but I just got to get 5 people chatting at once, and I got to get 50 followers. So I guess that's a goal. I mean, I don't know. I kind of do it for fun. The progression rate, I would still be extremely ecstatic if anything happens, but it's not a big deal. I mean, it'll be a big deal when it happens, but until then, I'm not actively searching for it. So I remember something I wanted to mention. There's another reason. I mentioned, I think it was in stream 2, where I was like, yeah, I genuinely feel people don't. Do I say the word genuinely a lot, by the way? I just want to point that out. I think I pointed this out before as well. I point out a lot of past things, but if I do, I'm not trying to say it so often. But I really feel like, and I mentioned this in a previous stream, that throughout someone's life, they can never really say or do enough. Like, go back and look through their entire lives, and there'll still be huge gaps missing of what they could be thinking at the time. Like, sure, we know who signed the Declaration of Independence, but like, we don't know every little thing, every little detail that was running through their minds, everything that was said on that day. We just know what happened. You know what I mean? Like, I just gave that as a random example. I don't know why that was the example, but another reason I like doing this, like this whole YouTube and Twitch thing, is because I like leaving something behind, because anyone can die at any time. I'm not saying like I'm gonna die immediately soon, but you know what I mean. Like, it's just something I've been thinking about recently. Like, hey, we have a limited clock, and we're fucking cursed with not knowing when it ends. And actually, it might be a blessing to know when it doesn't end, because then people might just speed run life. But you know what I mean. So I like the idea of, if something ever were to happen, I have something behind. It's not much, but it's still something behind of a lot of content that people who did care could go and view, and they'd have something that they could see. You know what I mean? That's a little bit comforting, and it gives me even more reason to keep doing this, especially when stuff like previous stream. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll just very quickly summarize it. Some random trolls came in, made it pretty uncool for a bit. That's about it. Like, even when things like that happen, I still have a lot of good reasons to keep going. Like, I'm not that's not gonna get to me, and no, that wasn't like make it like I didn't immediately end the stream and be like, I need to quit. This is bothering me. Like, that's not what happened. But it's just, I don't really even have to think about considering just quitting all of a sudden, because even when people do stuff like that, because I'm having fun, and I'd like to think the people watching are having fun, because if they're staying in for even this long to hear what I just said, they must be staying for some reason. So they care. Or about something. It might not be me, it might not be what I'm saying, but I don't care what it is. You're here, aren't you? And I'm very happy for that. So, let's see how much Primordial Flame I'm at. I've been having trouble finding bigger lumps of it in one area. I've only been finding like spread out areas. 308. Okay. Hold on, I gotta deal with one of those. I call them sky demons. They're random things that shoot down from the sky in trove and just attack you. Just random times, and it's... Excuse me. No, I didn't even burp yet. I was saying before I did it. I hate random things like that. But anyways, they just randomly show up. They're not usually that strong. They're like the average strength of a normal boss in the world you're in. Maybe a little weaker, but maybe even a slight bit stronger, depending on which one. But they occasionally show up when I'm mining. They're not hard to beat, though. I'm in a very weak world compared to me. Like, I'm not top of the top, but I one-shot everything here. So, I'm happy. I know I can do complete uninterrupted mining, as long as no one random shows up and starts mining as well, which that happens occasionally, because I forgot to turn off the Rally Blade, which is a feature that when you load into a world, you can hit X on it, and you'll teleport to a random player in the world. I need to turn mine off, because you can turn off people joining you or teleporting to you. I need to go find one, turn it off. I might have already done it, though, actually. I don't know. But anyways, occasionally when I'm mining Primordial Flame, some people will just see that I'm doing that and then also begin to do it, which is fine. But it's not fine when I break off and I'm like, I was going to go get that patch right after. Like, I'm not saying I'm trying to just, like, stop people from doing it, but at the same time, like, I'm actively trying to get this area, and it's a little bit... It's like if you're in a cave in Minecraft, and it's very clear it's your cave, or you want it to be your cave, and people are coming in and just mining a shit ton of, like, iron and stuff from it. Like, it's not the worst thing in the world, but it's a minor annoyance, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna, like, actively go, get the fuck out, but I'm gonna be like, putting me back a couple hours. Not hours, minutes, but you know what I mean. Hold on, I'm gonna do something real quick. Okay, my hair keeps, like this, it stays up. Not a single bit right here. See what I'm saying? God, this looks weird. I need to take a shower, but I don't know how well you can hear me. Hold on. There we go. Like this, it looks fine. I can just do this, but then when I put these on, every 10 minutes, a part up here will fall, and that's so annoying. And God, my forehead looks huge right now. I really need to take a shower, get my hair poofy again. Or not poofy, but like, not just flat, practically. I'll take one tonight, but anyways, I just wanted to call that out because I noticed even last night's stream it was starting to get to me. I'm starting to get really long hair again. I had a haircut for a bit because I think I went to, oh well, one, it was my prom, and then two, it's when I went and saw that uncle for a few, like for 2 weeks. They were like, you're getting a haircut to be presentable, so I was like, oh great, fucking wonderful. So I ended up having to get one. And by the way, I I'm fine with either long hair or short hair. I prefer long hair in the winter though, because you know it's cold, and then I prefer a little shorter in the summer because it's really hot. But especially with black hair, which occasionally becomes brown, it'll occasionally start shifting a little bit to brown. But uh, anyways, Misty prefers it long, so I try to keep it long. Obviously, just keep Misty happy. That's the point behind a lot of the actions like that. And I just had like a cold chill. I don't know why when I said that, but anyways, like it's not something like that's had no correlation. I want to point this out. Like Misty just prefers long hair. Like that's just a preference, and I understand that. You know, I've always found I might prefer a little bit short, not like short, but like maybe to here on people. I don't know why, or maybe in certain styles of short hair, not like complete short hair all the time. Like I've never been a fan of. No offense to people that do this, but I've never been a fan of like shaved head or half shaved head. Never been a fan of that. I don't think anyone's ever going to be able to pull that off or prove me wrong on that. For my personal opinion, though, just people have preferred styles and looks that they like, and I understand that, and I hope you do as well if you're hearing this, because I'm not just like trying to actively trash people that make the decision. That's what you want to do, and you shouldn't care about other people's opinion. You should care about you, yourself, and you. I was trying to do me, myself, and I, but it came out you, yourself, and you, so that isn't exactly... You know what I mean. Care about yourself, don't worry about other people's opinions, except for the people you actually, like, care about, you know, like, if you actively want to be better for someone, like your significant other or something, that's different, but I mean, like, just don't care about what some random stranger on the internet, like me, or some random person on the street says, you know. You do you. It's just personally, I'm not a big fan of shaved head. You know, I'm just kidding, but for real, you know, like, I've also never really been big on piercings. I feel like if we're ever, like, anywhere, you put them anywhere, it just can get in the way. Now, like, ear piercings is an example. Like, not ear piercings. I mean, like, lip piercings, I meant to say. I don't know why I said ear. Those are fine, but, like, sometimes some piercings just get in the general, like, way. Like, if you're trying to kiss someone who has a lip piercing in, is that not awkward as fuck? Like, how do you do that? Like, how do you do it without getting in the way and super uncomfortable? I'm not trashing people, again, I'm not trashing people who've gotten these decisions. I know some people who have. But I don't get it. I would be more worried about hurting the person with the piercing in just by, like, poking it in the wrong way or moving it in the wrong way by accident, if anything ever, like, happens, if you know what I kind of mean. Like, some areas you can pierce are things people do stuff with, if you know what I mean. And how does that just work? Like, do you take them out before it? I'm assuming you don't leave them in, right? For some, I really gotta assume you can't leave those in. Like, aren't some of them that once the little ball falls off or the thing falls off at the back, they're really sharp? So, like, imagine if that happens. Like, that's not good. Like, puncturing a hole in your lip ain't gonna feel fucking good, man. Or, like, I know some people get, like, on next to eyebrows, on the nose, like... I've never really been a big fan of piercings. I just worry about the person's safety, and then I also worry about... Not if they're, like, actively walking around. I mean, like, if doing anything, you know what I mean? But I just worry about the other person's safety, and then I also just... I don't know. Wait, did I sell the Primordial Flame? I did that thing. I did this yesterday, too. I was just talking so long that I just forgot if I actually did it or not. Okay, I did. I did some of it. Did I do all of it? Oh, I did. Okay. Now I'm back at 90 Primordial Flame already, so that's good. 100k. Not bad. We're halfway there. And I finally figured out a way to do quick chat to where I can type out and then just automatically send something I typed out before in chat. After all these years, I figured it out, so now I know how to do that. And I also have a quick wire to go to a club that drops Rampage beacons, so I can try to get Vanguardian before I can pay for them using credits, because that'd be neat as hell. Excuse me. There we go. But, as Shrek always says, better out than in. But just don't be rude about it. I mean, he didn't include that part, but at the same time, you know, it's just a general, like, standard. I remember one time I was with my grandmother at Cracker Barrel with my mother, and this is my grandmother who comes up from Florida occasionally. She's like really, she's not like preppy or high class, but like because I don't think you can be preppy and be like, isn't preppy like a high schooler term? But you know what I mean. Like she's up there, and we went to Cracker Barrel because she was just trying to do something nice for us at the time because I don't remember. But anyways, we were at Cracker Barrel, and that is I just ate like a shit ton of chicken. I'm just young, by the way. Like I knew manners, I did, but I wasn't thinking about it when I did it. That had to be like the loudest burp I'd ever delivered, and it was like in the middle of a Cracker Barrel. We were all just eating, and I was like, oh fuck. Not only did I just do that in front of like the one family member I could think of that would like, you know, not that wouldn't hit well or sit well. Not only that, but we're in public, so that's very embarrassing. You know what I mean? So yeah, ever since then, it's been really, and that was young, by the way. I was incredibly young. I wasn't like now. Like I'm trying to be as polite as possible whenever something like that happens now. But meh, I don't know. I'm noticing a lot of mushrooms. Like in these caves of this Uber world, there's a lot of mushrooms, and they look like they're Cursed Veil mushrooms, which I thought they were Cursed Veil mushrooms, so they should be spawning in the Cursed Veil biome, but they're not. And I found that really interesting because occasionally I'll just pick those up while running on my horse. Because in Trove, whenever it's not, if it's not a block, if it's like a grass kind of block, like I think bones, bottle, plants, because bottles grow on plants in this game. Enchanted wood, if I didn't already say that, mushroom chunks or mushrooms. Basically, you can just run over and just regular grass. You can run over with your mount, and it'll just pick it up automatically without having to actually mine it up. So, and I'm talking like the grass, like that grows on top of blocks, not like the grass block, because there is a mount that can do that though. It's called like it's a bull mount, and you can just run through blocks. It's used a lot whenever you want to build anything in club worlds, basically, and I think you can do it in public worlds too. I might pick that up. I might get some other goals to buy with credits eventually, because I think that one's a credit one. But I might get other goals set in place to just buy using this method for more chill streams. Like these chill streams are just not gonna stop when I get Bard and Vanguardian. They're not gonna just be done with that after that. I'm gonna probably keep going with a lot more. I like doing this. This is just something that I feel like it's healthy. I feel like it's healthy to just say what's been on my mind recently, and it's really been helping me. I guess mentally, I'll put it honest to you. This feels relieving to do. Like just talk about random things. You know, I feel like I'm in control of a conversation. That's not like something like, finally, it's like my ego is being raised. I feel like, but it just feels like I'm able to just freely say what I want, and like, it's not bad, you know. And like, it's just something healthy in my opinion. It's not like I don't get to do that a lot with like friends and stuff, but it's just also, I don't know. I just like putting out there stuff. I don't know. I was watching a YouTuber earlier. He was doing he did a Q&A stream, and he mentioned why he did YouTube or why he hasn't quit yet. And one of the things he said was he was able to, and I'm gonna kind of use this too. I like the terminology he used. I don't know if I like the wording exact, but he was like he gets to show or give his personality out there, or present it to the people watching, and he likes sharing that with other people, just like things he does and things like that. And I kind of like the way he said that, and I kind of feel the same way. Like I like being able to be put out there and just like I'm not that kind of a hard to read person. I'm just very open with a lot of things, which that can be bad at times because then it's just like no filter. Like you're gonna get very not dull but like direct answers on things, which that's been bad at times, but it's not like the worst thing in the world. I make it very clear to people who know me, like if I ever offend you, I am not trying to actively offend you, because if I was, you would know. But if I ever say something offensive and super dumb and super stupid without realizing it, because yes, I've said things like, back before I knew what racism was, I straight up like didn't know what the N-word was, and I asked what the N-word was. So like if I do that, like I'm not saying like I'm ever gonna go in chat and be like, hey, what's this heavy offensive slur mean? Or hey, maybe that might happen if someone in chat mentions it, and I'm like, what does that mean? Don't cancel me, please. Like I'm I'm an innocent boy. I don't mean to be rude. Like, always, if I ever say something incredibly rude, unless it's super obvious, I'm just being an asshole and a prick. But if I'm not intentionally doing that, please just take the time to go, did he mean it like that? Hold on, let's call that out, and call me out and be like, hey, did you mean to sound like this? And I'll be like, no, no, not at all, you know? And I've made that, and I've said that to all my friends too, like, call me out if you think I am, and I will immediately just, like, be like, whoa, I'm so sorry. Like, legitimately, not sarcasm, no nothing, I'm sorry, that did not come out right, I guess. And, yeah, as long as most people that find, like, get that and, like, click that in, friends for life. Like, it just sets in, they understand I'm not trying to actively make them upset. In fact, I'm only trying to do usually the opposite and just help, you know? And just, I'm not very good at it. Sometimes I am, and then sometimes I'm just, like, not really at all. It's fine, though. I'm gonna take a drink of water, because now that mint has had enough time to, like, not be minty anymore, so... I have a friend that constantly eats mints all the time, and I'm wondering, like... I'm gonna ask them, do they drink water? Not, like, while it doing it, because, I mean, I'm pretty sure people who do that are just fucking psychopaths. But, I mean, like, do they have to wait? Like, have they ever had a situation where they're like, shit, I just ate, like, 10 of these, like, Lifesaver mints. Do I have to, like... and they're really thirsty after. I want to know, like, do they just do it, or do they wait? Because they're the only person I can think of that does this, so that's why I was like, super. That's a very specific idea, but it interests me a little bit. Because I definitely wait. Like, after brushing teeth, I don't ever, like, rinse, because I'm like, that's dumb. Like, I use mouthwash, yeah, but I don't rinse using water because of how minty the previous stuff was. That just gets to me. It's just like, ugh. It's like, you feel it down here, you know what I mean? Like, you'll feel it in your chest as you drink the water. Like, the mint will just go through you and just be like, ugh. So, yeah, that's never been a big thing of mine. But are there people who are just, like, adrenaline addicts that just do it? I mean, I don't know if it's adrenaline. That's a weird term. I heard it the other day in the movie Crank. But you know what I mean? Like, are there people who just chase that feeling of just mint water? That'd be really awkward if that's true, but, like, it could be like a mind strange addiction thing. Like, I like drinking mint water. Minty water is my life. Goddamn. It'd be terrifying and terrible. I still feel it actually now, even after drinking that, and I've had enough time for that mint to be completely gone. Ugh. Again, not judging you if you do it, but at the same time, I can't handle it. Nah. Huh. Did I mention this in stream? I want to mention this in stream real quick, if I haven't already. A really good candy combo for mixing with drinks, though, not like alcoholic drinks, I mean like Pepsi specifically, is get the candy bottle caps and chew the bottle cap. As you're swallowing, down some Pepsi to chase it, and then as it's going down, it just has a... It's not a fizz exactly, but the carbonation mixes with the bottle cap, like, really well, and it's all flavors of bottle cap. Usually, like, the one that's cola goes really well with it, but I've never had a problem with any of the flavors specifically. Like, it's a little bit differently with each, but the cola one hits just right, because obviously it's Pepsi Cola, too. So, I mean, like, put two and two together, obviously the two similar flavors are going to react really well together and just make it just an enhancer. But that's a really good combo. Now, I'm sure that's very unhealthy sugar-wise, so, like, if you're not really good with sugar, don't do that. But I definitely recommend it for someone who's just, like, treat yourself occasionally. That's what I always try to do. Just go hard. But I definitely recommend that if you haven't tried it before. However, it's super hard to find bottle caps where I live, because the only place that has them is fucking Walmart. Like, straight up, I cannot find bottle caps anywhere besides Walmart. Now, they're only $1 there, sure, but also they're only $1, so that's a really cheap candy in only one place in all of town that I fucking found them at, and they're always gone. They're either going to be fully stocked when I get there, or they're not at all. Then again, that was mainly around Christmas. Now that I'm saying the Christmas thing, I think I've said this before, whole thing, but it's just, I really still recommend it. Like, it's good. It's like mint water, but good. It, like, actually tastes good going down, because it doesn't affect... It's like something that's drastically different from the taste. water has a bit of a taste, right? Like, everyone can agree, like, the temperature of water matters for the taste. Everyone agree with that? I don't think it's a controversial sentence. Like, I think that's something that's really, like, accurate. Like, if you drink hot water. I mean, I've had hot water before, like, leaving it in a hot car and then being like, well, this is all I got, and then chugging it down. I'm like, oh, like, water does taste a bit different depending on the temperature. Sometimes you got that crisp ass water, you know, like. People talk about how crisp McDonald's Sprite is and how good that is, because I was thinking just that. I had Jack in the Box Sprite the other day with my friend Isaac. We were just chilling until like 4 a.m. and like we weren't in the Jack in the Box parking lot the entire time, but we left early and just started talking for a bit while eating, and that was pretty good. Like I'd recommend that. Why is it so crisp there, but not in like bottles and shit? I've never gotten that. Like it does not hit the same at all. And I don't want to start thinking, like, is it the machine? Because then that can get, like, gross, depending on how you look at it, because then it could mean, like, the machine just taints it a little bit in bad ways. But at the same time, though, it's different. Like, there's a significant difference with it, and I don't know what it is. But, anyways. I guess we just went on a little bit of a soda talk for a bit, didn't we? I need to cut back on soda. I started getting worried that it was messing with me, because, like, I'm noticing I've been short of breath lately, like really short of breath, and also I've been getting lightheaded. It's that thing where if you have low iron, you stand up and you immediately just shut down for a second. Like, that's been happening to me, but I don't think I have low iron right now. I haven't been eating too well recently because I just haven't been eating a lot, but I still don't think it's low iron. But I also don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I do know some people who have an iron deficiency, and I know what they're doing, you know, like, they have to deal with stuff like that all the time, but, like, me, for example, I don't think I have one, because I've seen what an iron deficiency is, and I know someone close to me that has one, and I don't think I have one, but at the same time, I'm getting the exact symptoms. Like, I can feel right now if I stood up too quick, it would happen, you know? Like, I don't know what it is, and I was kind of worried that, like, it was, like, how much sugar intake I was getting, because my mother is a diabetic. She recently became a diabetic because of how much soda she was drinking, and other things she was eating, so she got that, so I know it's a potential option, or potential problem for me, so I was really trying to cut back on soda. In fact, I'm still cutting back on soda. That's why I have water right now, instead of, you know, filling this up with Sprite that I know is in the fridge right now, or Dr. Pepper. I'm not doing that because I'm trying to cut back on doing that just in case, because I don't want to have medical condition. I don't want to have medical problems. And is that a bad thing to say? No, I don't. I'm not, like, trying to say people who have them are bad or anything. But the medical problems, no one should just want to go actively seek medical problems, you know? Like, don't do that. It's not good. So I'm trying to actively avoid anything that could potentially result in a decline in my health that could kill me faster, because I don't want to die. I want to have a normal-ass lifespan and enjoy it and not have any hindrance. If I want to be able to fucking do things, I want to just be able to do it without having to be like, oh, does this have gluten in it? And I'm allergic to gluten, or something like bullshit like that. Like, again, not dissing anyone that does have those, but I don't want to have to do that. I don't want to be like, I gotta watch my sugar intake. I'm trying to be less fat. I'm a skinny ass motherfucker. I can eat anything, and I will gain no more than 2 pounds. And I'm talking like massive amounts, and I will only gain like 2 pounds. So, I'm good, and I want to stay like that for the rest of my goddamn life. But hey, that's just wishful thinking at this point. I don't want to say, like, super skinny like I am. I mean, I'm fairly skinny. But I do want to get some muscle definition, but, like, I want to be able to do that thing where I can just eat anything and I don't have to worry about it really affecting me that much, because I don't do it often enough for it to affect me, you know? Like, it's still not healthy to just eat an entire pizza in one sitting, but at the same time, like, I don't do it enough to where it will actually end up hurting me in a way that... It's not like Nico Avocado, if you know who that... Everyone fucking knows who that is. It's that guy who just splurges out on food all the time. It's not like him who does it, like, every fucking day for a video, and he's dying from it. Like, occasionally just, again, treating yourself. It's just a nice thing to do, you know? Now, I'm not saying I'm just gonna go out and casually all the time just eat an entire goddamn pizza, but you know what I mean. Like that was just an example. I was about to say like everyone knows who that is. That's not. And if you don't, you can Google it, but I don't recommend it. Let's see, how much do we got right now? Because I just got some more sales in, so we got 316. Okay, we can go ahead and resell. Actually, I got sales in about 5 minutes ago, but I was just talking so much. I'm just trying to keep mining it all up to keep going. God, I want more bottle caps now. Like, that's a really good candy. It's in my top 10. I also like Gobstoppers, but I ended up quitting because my teeth cracked on my last day of high school, or one of them did, because I was eating so much of them. And I was chewing them, like Gobstoppers, just, and we'd be in the middle of class, and you just hear, like, every 2 seconds, because I was just downing them like that. I think I've already told the story before, but I ended up stopping, like, on the last day of high school. I made a conscious choice, hey, I need to quit doing this. I just need to stop having them entirely. I've gotten them since, and I've just been sucking them, but before that, though, I just had to make an active, conscious decision to stop eating them because, or, well, until I started getting back into it, and I was just sucking on them because I like the flavor, and then chew them when they get a little softer, but before that, though, I just had to stop doing it. And that same day, a friend of mine was like, hey, I'm gonna miss you, from high school, because they still have 2 years left, and they gave me 3 boxes, and this was after I made the decision, like, in my head, I'm done, no more for a bit, and then they gave me 3 boxes, and they were like, yeah, I'm gonna miss you. I was like, oh, fuck, man. Like, thank you. Yeah, I mean, like, I ate them. And I did the exact same thing I was doing before with them, because, like, chewing on them, because I was like, they were good. But I just, like, had to take a break from them, so I ended up going to bottle caps for a bit. And Swedish Fish as well. Like, those, like, I know a lot of people don't like the Swedish Fish because they taste, I believe, either plasticky or waxy. I don't remember what, I remember heard someone saying it was one of those two, but I like the little bit of flavor. It's an interesting flavor to me. So those are my top 3. Smarties, definitely up there. Obviously the classic chocolate. I prefer dark chocolate because it used to not hurt my teeth as bad as regular chocolate when I did have I still have bad dental problems. Like, I don't really have I mean, like, I don't even have I need to get a new toothbrush currently at the moment, but when I did have a lot of, like, negative teeth problems, I'm missing 2 teeth. I'm missing one up here and one down here because they were removed, extracted, because they were turning. One was missing half of it for 7 years, and the other one was just starting to be painful. The one down here even swelled my jaw up to a point where I actually was like, it was slowly, I believe the doctor said it was slow, like, the way it, because it was toxic, like, the blood was toxic. Like, I spit into a cup one time and then caught a spider with said cup, and it just died the second it touched the blood. Like, it curled up and just died. It was fucking poisonous. So I think the doctor said it was, like, slowly killing me. So it was like, hey, let's get that out. But anyways, back to the point. Dark chocolate really was, like, what I would go to, and I don't mind the taste of dark chocolate. I know some people just can't have it because it's too bitter, but I like it. I like Hershey's or any kind of dark chocolate, really. Let's see what else is there. So that's like 4 or 5, right? I was never really a big, like, extra chocolate guy. Like, whenever I had, like, Reese's and stuff, I was never, like, super big on it. Like, I'd eat it, and of course, it's a good candy, but, like, I'd always, like, go for an alternative, just a good classic old Hershey's or something. So we got 4 right there. What's another one? The friend that's addicted to lightsaber mints. I had a couple for a bit. I bought a couple bags, and I was like, I wasn't addicted, but, like, even the one I just had earlier wasn't a lightsaber mint. It was another random one, but for a bit I was getting a few bags of that. But I wouldn't put it in the top 5. It's up there, though, but it's just not. Did I mention Smarties already? I think I did, but even though me and Misty didn't have a lot of time to spend together in school, she'd bring me 2 things of like the little packets of Smarties every day whenever we'd go. In the morning, she'd give me 2 packs a day, and she was really nice to do that. She'd just be like, "Hey, you want some of this?" I'm like, "Oh, okay." So it just became like an everyday thing. She'd just give me some. She was my Smarties hookup. So I always found that a little fun. But it was just like a little neat thing we did, and, what's another one, though? She loves cotton candy. That's, like, her favorite. I don't consider... It's weird. I kind of don't consider cotton candy candy. I kind of consider it junk food over candy. I'll put that as an honorable mention because I feel like Misty. If you ever see this, oh boy, you'll get mad at me for not mentioning it. But I'll put it up there. Uh, God, I cannot think of a fifth one. It's another candy I've eaten a lot of. My friend Jack ended up getting me for Christmas. He got me a huge bag of Blow Pops and also some Reese's. Reese's. Okay, trying to say it right. I used to say Reese's by accident, and some people don't like that. So, Reese's. Anyways, I'm going to stop saying that word entirely now just so I don't slip up, but you know what I mean? Or fuck up, because without thinking, I just say the wrong one. Anyways, he got me a huge bag of Blow Pops, which I thought I haven't seen Blow Pops in a while, like anywhere in stores. Those were good. I got into a habit where I'd just be like, I wasn't near a trash can, so I'd swallow the gum, so I'm going to put that lower still, because again, I don't, I just did it unhealthily. So maybe if I did it healthily, it would be on the top 5, but oh, what's another candy I've had a lot of? Runts. There we go. There's the fifth one. Actually, that one's gonna be near the top 3 because there was a family member that was close to me. It's actually I have a coin belt that's made of actual like coins, and if you ever see that, it was his belt before he passed away, and I got it after he did. Me and him would eat those all the time, and our favorite flavor was the banana ones, and to this day, they're still up there because of that. I don't see them a lot in stores. I just recently started seeing them more at the local Dollar Tree, and I've been getting them a lot of the time. That was another substitute I had for Gobstoppers, because they're hard candy, but they're not as hard candy. They're close, but they're not exact, so, and those ones are more like you suck on them for flavor than Gobstoppers are. Even though that's what you're supposed to do with Gobstoppers, I didn't do it like that. So Runts are up there. I couldn't remember the name of them for a bit. I just remember the Extreme Banana Candy. Fun fact, did you know a lot of the banana flavoring you have in foods that don't taste like a banana you can go get at the grocery store is due to the fact that the banana that is mocking, the mimicking of the flavor of banana, that specific banana is actually extinct. I don't remember what happened, I don't remember what year, it was in the 1900s sometime, but I'm 90% sure that banana flavor is just, of an actual banana, is just completely extinct. So if you get something that tastes banana flavor, it is always different from store-bought banana, unless it's made out of actual store-bought bananas like banana bread or something, due to the fact that that banana flavor is extinct, or the banana entirely that is mimicking is just completely extinct. And I thought that was interesting, because I was thinking maybe someone could bring something like that back. Like, why hasn't no one done that? That's a kick-ass flavor. Like, I don't get it. I like to think it's still good, because I guarantee you, like, most of the banana flavored stuff don't use bananas, because it's not the same banana. It's weird. Another weird thing, I think wild bananas, if they grow all the way, they don't, you know, the brown part of the banana, like, not like if you hit it and then it gets brown, but like the interior seed thing, if they grow and they continue to grow in the wild, I think the entire, like, yellow part that you're supposed to eat is, like, overtaken by that eventually, or at least the majority of the middle is, and you just have a little bit of the yellow stuff on the outside, and that's about it, just right, protecting the inside. So I thought that was kind of neat, that fully developed bananas. I don't know why I have so much banana facts. Like, another thing, they're an amazing source of potassium. Also slightly radioactive. Why do I know all this? I don't know. It's just tiny tidbits I've picked up over the years. It's not enough to kill you, by the way. I think someone calculated that you eat like 100,000 for it to even be potentially harmful, and also you can't eat 100,000 bananas without dying to your stomach exploding anyways, so you're fine. And you have to eat them all back to back. Like, you can't just, like, take a break, you know? So you can't for 100 days just pound 1,000 or 100,000 bananas like that. That wouldn't matter. But, yeah. It might even be more than that. I feel like it's even more than that from what number I just said, but, like, I remember, like, it might have been like 140 to 30,000, I don't know. No clue why I know so many banana facts, but there y'all go. Feels weird that I know so much about that. Like, I'm sitting here thinking, like, that just was a really interesting term. Like, how the hell... how the hell did we... Oh, runts. That's how we got on the subject of bananas. Oh, another thing. Because I live in the middle of the U.S., we don't exactly have coconuts here, and if we do, they're the little brown things at the store. I've been to Florida before, because I mentioned my grandmother was at Florida, so while we were on a trip down there, we went to one of the docks. We went to the southernmost point, which is, fun fact, 50 miles, I believe, from Cuba. I thought that was kind of interesting, but while we were there, I was like, oh, hey, I want to try drinking a coconut. and there just happened to be a guy at the dock with a fucking machete, just like classic guy, machete, giant ass coconut, chop him in half, sell him for however much. Like you'll see that. I guarantee you, if you go down there, you will see that. Like we were going through the Keys and we made it to the southernmost point. By the way, key lime pie from the Keys is amazing. Fucking great pie. I'll talk about my favorite pie flavors in a minute too. Hell, I'll fucking go there. But the brown part that they sell up here is the fucking. So you know how peaches have pits in them, like the little hard seed. Yeah, the brown part thing we get that's that. The coconut has like, it's way bigger. Like every cartoon will put the brown coconuts on the leaves most of the time because they're like, oh hey, this is what kids know a coconut looks like. No, they're fucking at least double the size, and they're green, and they have like, I think it's called flesh, and it's a weird term, but I think it's literally called flesh on the inside. Now, I had a friend who was almost certain that that's not true, and the brown one was just a shrunk variant of that. Whichever's true. You know what? You guys got Google. If I'm wrong here, whatever. But I literally drank out of a big green one, so I don't know why they would shrink like that, because that's a fucking huge ass coconut. But anyways, pie flavors. My two favorite pie flavors, and obviously it's just like, I'll eat any kind of pie. I don't have like a specific one I don't like. My favorite pie flavor when I was younger used to be pumpkin. Misty does not, and slash sweet potato pie, because they taste almost exactly the same. Fun fact. I would get tricked when I was younger whenever we didn't have one, and they would just be like, it's the same thing, and I believed it. I like, they'll fool me. But so those two are basically honorable mentions at this point, because Misty despises that. Now she doesn't. It's not that she gets mad at me for liking it, but it's just like she's like, nope. I'm like, oh okay. I mean, like, I'll still eat it occasionally, but like, you know, everyone has their own preferences. But so I guess that'll go under honorable mentions. I still like them occasionally. I've never been a fan of like Cool Whip on them though. I never was a big fan of that. I thought it got in the way. It was nice to have, but anyways, back to the thing though, because I'd just rather just get the pie and just, you know. So key lime pie, definitely, it's up there. It's number one. If it can't be pumpkin slash sweet potato, it's key lime pie from the Keys. I've had it from the supermarket too. It's good, but like, I had it while I was down there, and it was fucking amazing. I remember I was like, dude, what's the fucking recipe for this? Like, this shit's amazing. Because obviously, like, supermarket's a little bit different from getting it, like, at a fucking restaurant, like a diner restaurant in the actual Keys. So that was really fun. Of course, everyone likes apple. Everyone likes, like, isn't coconut cream pie a thing? Hold on. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I thought. I remember that being a thing. I just don't remember the exact term they called it. That's a good one. For some reason, this is also reminding me of my grandmother's amazing carrot cake she makes. She makes some really good fucking carrot cake. Cakes are fun too. I just like every kind of flavor of stuff like that. Like, if you hand me something, you're not gonna immediately make me go, nah, I don't like that. I've never been picky for stuff like that. I am an extremely picky eater. I was. I'm trying to be better about that. Try anything at least once. You know what I mean? But I used to not even try stuff when I was younger. I'd just be like, no, because I just thought it looked weird, weird texture, weird taste. I just was like, nope. Just give me, like, it got to the point where every time I'd go out and eat at fast food places, I'd just be like, look, just so I know I don't get something I don't want on the fucking order, give me bun, meat. That's all I want. And I'd always order chicken sandwiches, so it'd just be a chicken sandwich plain every time I go somewhere. If I ever go eat out with friends, I just usually get like a just chicken tenders usually. Like, I'll just get that because, like, you can't really, there's not much more you can add to that, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm comfortable getting that. I don't gotta worry about anything. Like pizza, I was usually just cheese, pepperoni for years, pepperoni specifically, and then I started being like, okay, if it's meat, I don't care what's on it at this point, because I really started just liking any kind of meat on pizza, and I'm very glad I got to liking that. Misty prefers cheese, which I find a little awkward, because I just was like, hey, I'm actually starting to explore these awesome things, and then, nah, just cheese, which, that's fine. If we ever eat out at, like, Little Caesars from now on, I'm going to make sure, to respect her opinion, I want to get, like, because I know we can order half this, half that. I'm going to see if I can get that in the future. But another thing, though, what else was it? Oh, I didn't really, because the school would, instead of just giving hamburgers, they'd give cheeseburgers. So I was just like, fuck it, I'll just eat the cheeseburger, and it's not bad. Like, and by cheeseburger, I mean it was just bun, cheese, meat, bun, and that's fine. I don't mind. But because they don't really have other stuff to put on it actively, because it's all just, they have to get it in bulk and get it out quick. But it would either be I pick off the cheese, which they started melting it to it, which is why I just started eating it with it. So I was just like, oh, this ain't that bad. So I mean that helped, but I was never. Sometimes there was never really a time where school food was like atrocious for me. Like a lot of people say, oh my god, this cafeteria food's so bad. Like we had like 8 lines at our school for food every day. No, it was one, two, three, four, five. We had 5 lines we could pick from every day at school for a different option at high school. At at middle school we had 2. So we had an option to get something we knew we'd like. There were some days I was still picky and there was like nothing, but that was like once every like month that would happen. That was very rare. So like it was pretty open. Like I'd always pick like usually the unhealthy stuff because like I said, I don't have to worry about. I mean, probably getting older, I think metabolism and stuff changes, so I got to watch it a little bit now, but growing up it really doesn't matter. If you're just like a random skinny kid, like you're not just gonna become like bloated all of a sudden out of nowhere. Like I know some people can because not everyone's metabolism is that good, but I'm talking about for specifically for my situation. I just I don't know. But yeah, so picky eater depending on certain things. Like I would never eat sides usually. Like what's some sides I would never eat? Like I didn't really like noodles, pasta, anything like that. I was just like nah. I was super just against it for a bit. I've opened up. Misty got me into liking mushrooms. We like just some regular store bought mushrooms with spaghetti, and I like that now. I do like that a little bit. But sometimes I was such a picky eater that like if someone mentioned like what I just said, I'd just be like, ugh, nah, just immediately like turned off, like of just the idea of doing it. But I'm starting to get a little bit more open with it. I still don't like foods that are messy. I've never been good with that. Like sloppy joes, I'll eat them, but also if I'm actually like holding a burger, because I'm very hands on when I eat. I'm not saying I don't use utensils, but if I can use my hands, I probably will. And obviously you're supposed to use hands with sloppy joe, but if it's like falling out actively or getting on my shirt, as I'm trying to like hold my plate next to me, like I'm doing it, but still if it gets, I'm like, oh, it's like a minor annoyance, what's the term, grind my gears, I think it's the term, or one of them. That gets to me. Also, I like chili. I like hot dogs. Chili dogs are okay. Not the worst thing in the world. I notice I always let them get a little bit too cold as I'm eating them. Not because I'm actually trying to like. You're supposed to fucking pick them up. I know Misty, she does occasionally like do it with a fork. I pick up my food, but that shit's falling out. No, either give me hot dog, give me chili. That's how I do it. Like I'm not gonna now if someone gives me a chili dog, I'm like hell yeah, and I don't put anything else on it because like when I was younger, even though I liked both of them, the idea of combining both of them I was like ugh. Like either the hot dog isn't cooked enough or the chili just gets cold at some point, and it's like just give me fucking chili or a hot dog, man. My uncle makes the best fucking chili in the goddamn world. Like that shit is amazing. Like oh my fucking god, Misty's mom makes some pretty good chili too. However, one day her dad decided to add a whole ass onion into it, like it wasn't like it wasn't a sweet onion, so it was like just a regular onion, and that was ooh that was bad. We ended up having chili dogs another day using leftover chili from that day, and I was like immediately I was like oh shit it's that one chili fuck like I was like hey look please if I'm over can we not do the onions like for him like because her mom is the one who usually does the cooking just a whole ass onion well yeah he chopped it up like put onion bits in there. Like by the way, my uncle uses onions too, but it's a different type of onion than he used. It was like also Hylian, but it was just like the it's a thing. Okay, look, I don't dislike gravy, but if I'm eating, oh hey, I have more mints. Just realized down here I just have more mints. I was just itching my leg and I was like I heard the noise. I like gravy, certain types of gravy, anyways, and that was a very recent thing where I actually started liking gravy because I like ate Salisbury steak and that's mixed with gravy. But if I want mashed potatoes, I want to eat mashed potatoes. I don't want gravy. I'm eating mashed potatoes for mashed potatoes. I'm not eating mashed potatoes for the gravy. Now, if you put gravy on the mashed potatoes, like you'll usually just see me go, scoop, eat mashed potatoes, then eat the gravy mashed potatoes. Like I'm like, yeah, I really want the flavor. Like I've always been huge fan of putting a shit ton of salt, like enough to kill me practically. I always have to have a bottle of water next to me when I eat mashed potatoes. Not like, okay, I chilled out a little bit since then, but I put a lot of salt on my mashed potatoes, and I love it. I love it so much. But then gravy is just, I'm tasting gravy. I'm not tasting fucking mashed potatoes, or I barely am in comparison. That's not what I want. That's made Misty mad a little bit, and I'm like, it's not that I'm insulting. I'm just like, I'm just being like actively like, this is what I prefer to eat when I have it. You know, like if I'm gonna be at a public place, not like when I'm at home with her and we're just eating with her family. Like that's not what I mean. I mean like in public when I do it. Like if I'm at like Huddle House or something. Like we have a local Huddle House. Like I went to my friend Isaac. Actually, I haven't gotten that there yet, but I might soon. Like I think they have that. I don't know. Anyways, that's the only place I've eaten out at in years besides Jack in the Box. That's why I gave that as an example. I don't think that was a good example to give, but anyways, I'd rather have the mashed potatoes than taste the gravy. Now, of course, it's still a good thing to have occasionally, yeah. Like, it's different when you're eating with family. That's different. But I mean, like, if I'm out on my own, I'm probably not going to ask for it. Like, I've heard KFC gravy's fucking amazing, but I'm never going to fucking do it. That's the example I want to use. If I had KFC mashed potatoes, I just put a lot of salt on it, go at it, I'm happy. It does not take much to please me. So I don't know why I'd have to put in the extra fucking effort to just be like, hey. So, like, I've never been a fan of gravy, but I still will eat it. So, I mean, it's fine. But I just... What else was there? No, that's pretty much it. Like, at that point, like, that's everything I can think of that I just kind of just was super against. Anything that could be considered... A lot of things with, like, red sauce, like any kind of red sauce I was super against, but... It mainly came down to Misty's mother made it, and I didn't want to be rude, and I tried it, and I didn't dislike it, which there's not been a single thing she's made that I haven't liked, except for when her dad messes with it a little bit, like I mentioned. But he's also, like, he's good at grilling and stuff, so, I mean, like, I'm not just actually trashing his cooking, but that onion was not a good idea. But, it was either she made it, and I ended up liking it, or I will eat anything my uncle makes. No questions asked. Now, sure, if it's something I've been like super against, I'll be like a little bit against it, but I mean, like, I'll still try it and see if I like it. Now there's some stuff he's made that I'm like, nah, I still can't. Like, I can't handle sauerkraut and I can't handle potato salad. And my grandmother taught me that, and she's very against, like, if you don't eat what's on your plate, you know, like, you're not getting anything else. Like, there was one time when I was 6, which I kind of point this to being why I'm so picky. I was very stubborn when I was younger. There was one time when I was like, no, I was like 4. I was really young. But she made something, and it was something I was a little bit picky about, and because I was picky about it, I didn't eat it. Well, I got that same plate every day for 4 days straight, and the only thing I would eat in between is, like, apples and stuff. Like, very little between it, and I was really fucking hungry. The only thing that ended up happening was my uncle just finally... and it was the same plate, too. Not like a new plate. It was just the same plate warmed up again, said, here you go. Deal with it. My grandmother can... nah. By the way, if I ever say my Nana and my grandmother, they're two totally different people. Love my Nana. Grandmother, this is the kind of shit she's pulled before. Like, I get it, but at the same time, no. I'm a 4-year-old. Like, but that is the one thing, like, those two things are the one thing that she can make, and she's like, yeah, you don't have to eat any of that. Because she understands, like, that's something that people have a lot of acquired taste for, is sauerkraut and potato salad. I've just never been big on it. But... you know, like, anything else, though, like, it's just, like, she definitely expects to eat it, so. But I don't know. Just strange. What else was there? Oh, and that ended, by the way, because one of my uncles came down to Florida while we were there and just was like, hey, let's go eat at a steakhouse. Like, he was just said that. He was just like, take us all out to eat, and then, obviously, because I'm there, I got to eat, too, because he was paying. So I was very fucking happy about that, and very thankful for that nowadays. But I'm also kind of linking that to any time, like, someone's like, hey, you really need to try this. I'm like, oh, it just brings back memories. I'm not having PTSD, but at the same time, it wasn't, like, exactly the most pleasant experience to go through. So I kind of do contribute that a little bit to my pickiness. I'm like, I can't fuck up if I only get the bare minimum. So... and what I do know I like, so that was definitely a contributing factor for a long time. So I don't know. I wasn't, like, super specific, like, I need brand name of, like, certain, like, sodas when I drink it or something. Like, I'm not like that. I will drink any kind of soda at this point. I don't think there's a single flavor of soda I am against. However, there were these things at our schools because we had a fairly good, what we do, I guess. I just don't go there anymore, so I mean, I just speak in past tense about it. Where our cafeteria is pretty well set up. We always had like 4 vending machines in there too. They had one specific type of thing I tried one time called, it was sparkling water, and it was called like a bubbly, I think was the brand. That is the worst shit I've ever had. I don't, no offense to people who like it. Like I said, I'm not here to offend you if you do like something I say I don't like. But what the hell? It just burned. Like, I wasn't allergic, but it just felt like it was just like the. Is that what sparkling is? Just like a shit ton of, like, felt like I was eating Pop Rocks, and it was just like not a good flavor at all. Ugh. Like that I've had problems with, but I don't think there's like a specific soda brand I can just say, nah, I'm not big on that. Even off brand. Like, it's just, it don't take much. Just if anything has flavor, as long as, hell, there's this, sparkling water is literally just carbonated water and it tastes angry. That's a great way to put it. It tastes angry. But, shit, what was I gonna say? I found this thing at, our local Dollar Tree. We were looking in the food aisle and we found these water packets, because there's obviously like water packet Kool-Aid. You pour it in, just shake the water bottle up, and then you have Kool-Aid. But they had AMW root beer. My Nana actually showed me this first, and then after I'd started putting it in the water, it tastes like AMW root beer, just less carbonation. I put it in the fridge, it tastes exact, and it's amazing. If you ever see the AMW root beer flavor packets for water bottles, definitely give them a try. I'm promoting a lot of stuff this stream. I've also been doing that. I'm not sponsored by anything. I want to point that very much out right now. I would like to be, but I'm not. If you see that, it's just general recommendations. It's cheap, it's easy, tastes pretty good. I just can't get some flavor to your water, even though water, again, kind of does already have a flavor at times. Water is just generic flavor, unless it's a temperature, into which it does change heavily. How much we got? So right now I'm at 140k, and I need to be, again, 200k, unless someone's selling it for 240k, because I've seen that before. So let me check how much we have for Primordial Flame. Okay, 319, so we can immediately sell again. By the way, I get 2 costumes with Bard when I buy them, because of how I'm buying it through the store. I'm probably not going to use them. I'll look at them. I'm probably not going to show them on stream, because I don't want to turn my camera around, because I got a really messy desk in front of me, but, I don't know. Do I have enough? Here, hold on. Let me get 1 more Primordial Flame, and then I can resell this last piece. Because I got through all of them except 1, and I know I'm at 19 now, and I don't know if I have enough to sell it. Or I think I'm at 19. Let's see. Okay, time to check how much flux I have. If not, this last sale will have enough. 172,000. Okay, 1 more sale, and then I'll have 200,000. While I'm at that, I'm going to check the credits and see how much they are. Credit. Gotta hate Xbox typing. Oh, it's 250,000. Okay. Okay, so we'll have a little bit more of a grind than we need, but meh. Here, or put it in chat. There. I think it gives it a minute before people can actually see it in the marketplace under listings, but still, it'll work. So basically 50 more K flux and we'll be done. I tried doing the delves for Titan Souls to get it, but it only gave me 72,000. I thought it'd give me more like 100, but it's fine. I think I can go back and do a little more though, so if I have to, I can just spend a little bit of time actually accomplishing something rather than just mining rock. And also I can do it without tapping into my rock resources. Fire rock, good, but you know what I mean. I can just do something else without having to just worry about having to resell it immediately. Because, playing the game is fun. This is why I haven't played RuneScape. Old school RuneScape specifically. I downloaded it, and I got an account on there, and I started playing a little bit. But I know it's like that kind of thing where I've never been big on like hardcore grinding MMORPGs like this. Never been big on it. This is why. Hold on, I'm going to try to extend my legs out because I'm getting a little uncomfortable. There we go. because I got a coffee table right in front of me. It's where my TV's sitting at. But, you know what, Leon, since you're here, I wanted to ask you something, because I mentioned this at the beginning of the stream, but I don't think anyone was in yet. Do you have any good puns? Like, just a little nice, fun pun kind of thing. I'm currently in a situation where I told someone I'd give them a lot of puns often, just to be funny, like, just occasionally be like, hey, I gotcha. I'll hook you up with some puns occasionally. But I want to be creative and original, but at the same time, that's very hard. So, I've done it before, but it's just not that easy. So, if you have anything, would love to know. No one's bought any yet, so I'm good. Kind of glad when no one buys any right when I put it up there, so I have enough time to grind out the next batch to immediately put back up there when it's ready. Sure, that can be, like, and I feel like sometimes if I literally would just hit accept, I would have enough flux, because then I'm not spending time like waiting to redeem it, because it doesn't just immediately put the flux in my account. I have to go hit confirm, 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 confirm. But not off the top of my head at the moment, but let you know if you have, or okay, that's good. Good. I've never really been good with pulling them. I mean, actually, there's been comedic moments where I can just pull them out of nowhere, but it's just like some of them are awkward, some of them don't land well, but then there's some that land just right. But then again, that's just how humor is. Also, comedy is very subjective. Humor in general, people's sense of humor is. So you gotta figure, first you gotta be able to read a person, read what their personality is, understand if they're the kind who would just immediately get annoyed by puns, or if they were the kind that are just like, oh, I'll laugh, oh, you little, classic Jackson, like, same, like, if that's just, like, the kind of thing, like, oh, look, haha, zany, oh my god, you got me again, like, or if it's just like, oh, they actually find that shit, like, humorous as hell. Because that's the three. There's no in between. You either hate it, like it, but get minorly annoyed, or just love them. So, like, yeah, that's what I like doing about with this. Like, okay, first off, I got it. Misty doesn't like puns. She's never been. It makes me sad, or jokes in general. Like, a lot of the jokes I hit don't really land well with her. I feel like she has. It's just because I feel like she has a different kind of humor personally than mine. Like, which is okay. Like, she'll laugh at a lot of jokes on YouTube videos we're watching, but if I deliver jokes, it's usually not something she laughs at because she just doesn't. It doesn't hit well. And I get a little sad. I'm like, oh, that's a very thing. It's a thing I like doing. I like being a little jokey a bit, and then I'm not. I'm getting like, no. It's like tough crowd. It's like, ugh. And it disheartens me a little bit. But it's not her fault. I mean, obviously, if I'm just not able to read the kind of joke she's into, how is that my fault at all? Or it's not her fault. I mean, it's not her fault at all. It's completely my fault because I'm not able to get one that would fit her personality. But it's fine. You know what? I still land occasionally with it, and it's fine. But yeah, I just always try and lighten a situation up by just not really thinking about it, just going on it, and just trying to make some jokes to make any kind of situation better. Obviously, there's a situation where you just can't joke, and you just gotta, but if I can, I try and squeeze one in occasionally. I'm thinking about doing stand-up comedian streams on here. I think that'd be fun, just occasionally. I'd actually have to get a routine going, but or some puns maybe or something like that. I just gotta actually write out some. I'd call it sit-down stand-up, considering I'm on a couch. Wonder if that's been taken. That sounds like it's been taken already. Probably have heard that from somewhere. I don't know. But anyways, that'd be something I think I might want to give a try sometime, or I might just do it while I'm doing another stream. Not today though. I don't have anything ready. Like, I don't think I have any, like, active. I noticed, like, one of my favorite comedy styles, like, I've seen, like, John Mulaney do is they'll tell story, or other comedians do this too. Like, John Mulaney's the only one I can remember by name. I know of Dave Chappelle, but I don't know much about him. Let's see what's another one I know by name. Who's the guy with the puppets? I think his name starts with J. Anyways, point is, or D. I don't know. Anyways, a lot of comedian acts will start off by telling a story, or tell a story in them. Jeff Dunham. Yep, JD. Didn't I say J&D? I knew it was something like that. Point is, yeah, that's him. They will tell a story, and like I can't really think of two. I know some of them can just make some up, but like, and I'm not like it's a super boring. I'm like not a super boring guy. I've already told a story that would be comedic, or I just don't have too many to tap into. But I'd have to think on how to like tell some. What's some I can think of? I don't know. That's just the struggle right there. I just got to think of some. But hey, I feel like I could pull it off. I've been told I'm very charismatic. Apparently, I've also been told from just the charisma I have. Apparently, I'd be potentially a great salesman, which that's a confidence booster if I've ever heard one. So that was interesting. It was just at random. You're just like, you know what? You'd make an amazing fucking salesman. Oh, nice. I guess. Wait, no. Water first, then mint. Water first, then mint. I'm just sitting here watching the market page, just seeing if it gets sold because I have enough to sell again. No, I don't. I don't have enough to sell again. I only have 87, but still fine. Sorry if I'm going quiet. It's not that I'm like forgetting I'm streaming or anything, like I'm zoning out. I'm just there's not much happening right now. So I'm just giving it like a little bit of time to think about maybe some stuff to talk about. I'm also sucking a mint right now, so I mean like I'm trying not to talk really too much. I'm just trying to enjoy the candy. But what else is there? I just realized, like, as I'm leaning back, because I know I do that sometimes when I'm thinking, like, dramatically, I just lean back right there. My headphones hit the back of the couch I'm on, which made me think, wait a minute, I can talk about headphones. So, something about these headphones I'm wearing right now, you can see they light up right now. See, like, both sides lit up, because I have the USB port that's also next to the audio jack plugged into the laptop as well, because these are gaming headphones, but they're mentioned you can use them on Xbox One, and I do. I play music while I'm playing Trove all the time, if I'm not doing what I'm doing right now, or talking to friends. But where was I going with this? Oh, the USB port. So the USB thing is hanging right next to the audio jack, which is a little bit awkward when I plug it into an Xbox controller, because there's only that. So then I have just like a second cord hanging off to the side at all times, just with a which it's fine. And also it can't light up if I'm playing on Xbox, because what am I going to do? Hold my computer, like hold my controller like right next to the USB port of my laptop the entire time? Because I mean, I could do that. I could do that right now if I wanted to, but I'm not gonna, because then I'd unplug the stream headset I'm using right now. So, or I'm using them on stream to help contribute to it. So, I don't know. Something I've never liked with Streamlabs OBS. I don't know if regular OBS does it, but if I turn on my other laptop, which has different calibrations set for like gaming and stuff for its OBS, it carries over to this laptop's variation of it when I open it up too. So any settings I change there, if it's like I'm using this headset on there, it'll call this headset when I plug it into here some random name until I go through and actually switch it back to the headset, because it doesn't know what it's pulling from. It's like specific per computer, and it'll transfer over both, and I don't like that. Like, I'll load this up all the time, and I'll have, like, set up from a Phasmophobia stream I did, like, a week ago, and it'll be like, yo, I don't even have Phasmophobia on this laptop. Let's get that shit out of here. So I have to end up deleting. Instead of just hiding it, I'll just delete it to make sure nothing's getting covered up, and then it's just, it's a hassle. Like, the only thing I literally do not delete is alert box, chat box, video capture device, and this. Oh, wait. And this. So, yeah. That exists still. The camera's in front of it. It's a layering system. I explained this in a past live stream, but Anyways, but yeah, so like it's just switching between them for OBS is not really the best thing to do. Then again, OBS is just weird in its own. Like, I don't know. Sometimes OBS just doesn't want to work correctly. But then again, that's also my fault because I have two graphics processor cards in that laptop, or two different graphics cards, like the base computer one and then a gaming one, so it doesn't know whether to run OBS on which one, which is really dumb, by the way. I don't know why OBS would not just pick the one that the game's on. I mean, I get it, it's some sort of technical issue, but it's just really annoying that I had to go through and take months to learn, because I never really would look into it. I'd just be like, well, I guess I can't do it today. I'd have to learn to open up OBS with the graphics processor that I have to know which I have to know what game processor or what processor it's running the game on, because some games don't run the high-tech one. So I gotta know which one that is, launch OBS on that same one, and then it only notices it then, otherwise it's just a black screen. So that took me so long to learn, and even then I've still had trouble live streaming like I think Ty the Tasmanian Tiger. I've not completed that game in my free time. I've soloed it. Yes, I played the game fully to completion before, but not on a computer before. And I want to. I want to so bad, but I also so much want to do it on stream. But I've been waiting. I've been trying to be patient with it, but god damn, man. I ended up just fucking, like, not even trying anymore for Resident Evil 4. I was going to go through and play all of Resident Evil 4. I might do, like, a live stream where I just run through it quickly one day after I beat it. You know, or as fast as I can, where I'll go back and replay it, you know. But like, I do play games in my own free time, not to stream, you know, but I was saving Ty the Tasmanian Tiger, and I still kind of am. I might try it again later, I don't know, maybe tonight, but, or tomorrow night, because I don't have anything to do then either, but because it's a game that it was really important to me, because it was like one of my first 3D games I ever played, so it's like, well, it's not a big game, it's not that, like, an important of a game, it is to me, because of just how I played it. And it was one of the first, like, 3D games I played next to Call of Duty Black Ops Zombies for Black Ops 1 and, what was the other game? Resident Evil 4. It was that. So those were, like, the 3 games I was introduced to 3D games with. Now, I didn't play Resident Evil 4, I want to point that out. At the time, I was extremely young, and I could not get the aiming down, which, all my life, ever since then, I was like, I really wish this was one first person, because I was never really a big fan of third person games like that, because Black Ops 1 Zombies. But then, at the same time, just making the aiming a little easier to do. But then, now, guess what we have? VR. That's like the main drive for me getting a VR headset right now is Resident Evil 4 VR. I was already maybe thinking about it, but now, oh god, that's literally exactly what I was asking for. To the exact first person. You can't get more first person than virtual reality. And it's the entire game too. It's not like it's just like certain levels of boss fights. I'm noticing like a random ass hair sticking up right here. But you can't get more direct than first person than VR. So I've been considering it. That's probably something I'm gonna have to do when I get a job. I'm not gonna be able to do it before then, but hey, it's a goal. Also might try some like VR chat and stuff. Like I've played that. I don't play it for like any of the reasons like people go into that a lot. I just go onto it for the memes a lot of the time. Like when Uganda Knuckles became popular, I installed it, you know, stuff like that. But man, I think if I remember correctly, Alex plays a lot of that. But I don't know. I just ran around with like random Dragon Ball avatars, mouse and keyboard, so it was fun though. Bleh. God, now I'm gonna do my other eye real quick, because that's also... Okay, hold on. Oh, one is sold. Literally just a single one is sold. Okay. And now that means I only have 60 Primordial Flame, but I'm gonna go ahead and announce to everyone that's up there anyway. See how much I'm at now? 174,000 exactly to the 0. Okay. So I'm getting up there. Don't know why it's selling for 250,000 today, because literally at like 4 a.m. this morning it was only 200,000, because yes, I was playing this till that long, because the live stream earlier. So, noticing it's getting a little bit darker, because when I first started streaming it was a little brighter, but it's fine. This is about the normal brightness I have on my streams anyways, because I don't have a desk lamp specifically pointed right at me. By the way, I would like to point out, because you can clearly see, I don't think I've ever mentioned this on stream, you can clearly see I have a face cam open right now, right? Yes and no. This is on my laptop I have no games on, so if you ever see me live stream a game, I'm either playing on my other laptop, which, yes, it has a camera, but it's on the ground because the screen is literally shattered, so I had to plug it into my TV for it to work, so that's not going to work. And also the camera makes me, it looks very low quality because of how it's broken, and I sound like a radio operator if I'm using that, or if I'm not using a headset with it. And then 2, Xbox One. So I don't even have to elaborate. Like, I don't have a fucking Kinect. I used to have a Kinect, and I have videos somewhere with me using that. I think they're private, and they're not going public. There might be one that's up, but it's bad. It's really bad. I do keep a couple old embarrassing videos up because I feel like that's an appeal of doing it. You know, it's like, but then some of them I'm like, yeah, you know, that's just cringy as hell. What was I doing? You know, it's off. But you're not missing much. It's something boring. You probably can't even understand what I'm saying because I didn't know how to mix audio that well. So there's no point in even pulling it up. So I end up asking on my my Instagram. By the way, Isaac, you're never gonna see this, but if you do, quit being literally the only 1 out of 10 people who say no, and you're the first person to always answer it on my Instagram story. If I post something, you always hit no, no matter what it is. I can literally say, is your name Isaac? And you'll hit no. So quit being literally the only 1 out of like 10 people who do it, because when I post the results, like, maybe it is cool to see that, like, you know, 99.9% of the people hit yes, and then 1% put no. Like, that is funny to see sometimes, but still. Like, if you're not going to contribute to something, and you're not even going to watch the video if I do it, so I don't know, like, why you hit no. But I asked if I should react to older videos. Like, I mean, like, if you genuinely don't think I should, that's different. But, like, I really think, because you do it so consistently at this point. Hate to call you out, but damn, man. It doesn't get to me, it's just like a minor annoyance. Like, bruh. Anyways, but like, 8 people said yes to, should I do a video where I react to my older videos. And if I do that, I will actually do some that I have unlisted, or parts of it. I'll edit out like the majority of the boring parts, and only parts that would actually be reactable, you know what I mean? So I might do that sometime, but they're not going public. I will, but I did ask, and 8 people said yes to me potentially doing that. I said if I get enough likes I'd do it live, but again, I think I'm probably not, because I want to edit it down to where you can actually see things that are reactable. Maybe some of the ones that are up I will do, but not the ones that aren't up. The ones that aren't up, I'll be like, reacting to some of my private videos, you know, like privated videos, because they're just boring, like, I was embarrassed by a certain part of it, or like I wasn't like publicly humiliated and then just like shut it down, like, oh, I fucked up really bad in a video game and I privated it. It's like I have a Dead by Daylight one I don't have public, I don't think, because and I even say it in the video, it's because I'm worried about people judging how I play the game. And I think I got like a really dirty kill or something, and I just was like, well, I don't want to get fucking flogged for that. I think flog is an old, like, term for getting smacked, right, with something. So I didn't want to have to worry about a mob coming after me, so I just privated it because of my anxiety. So I'll go back and do that eventually one day. Like, I don't know, we'll see. Because I started a YouTube channel before high school, right before high school, so you get to literally see like slow increase over time of, 1, quality, I should say, but 2, me as a person, and it's interesting, to say the least. Or I feel it's interesting, just watching, like, the dawn of man, but you know what I mean. It's just like a slow increase and incline of me as a person, so, like, I would take it down, but I have an original. My first channel intro basically was the thing that if you clicked on my channel, this would start playing. It's just me in Roblox typing out stuff, and it's me just like, hi, welcome to my channel. This is what we do here. Okay, bye. And I did that while recording through the Roblox recording button, because there's a button in the settings for you to record what you're doing. And then I uploaded that just as is. No editing, no nothing, incredibly slow paced, and that's it. And I was also on a really low-end computer that doesn't run it well. And then I remember there was another one I actually had that I was like, okay, that's old, and it's really cringy. So I redid it. But I was also super, super young. So it's still cringy, and I was actually talking in that one. Some asshat was playing that out loud in one of our classes, just to be a prick. But, and that was part of the reason I took it down off the main page. Also, I didn't like every time I clicked on my YouTube, because I click to my channel. That's what I go to every time I load up YouTube. I click my channel, and then it takes me there, and every time I'd be like, hi, I'm Jack MLB, and that'd be every fucking time I open YouTube, and I'm like, yeah, I'm taking that down off the front page. It's still up there. You can still go find it, but I'm taking it off the front page because it just got annoying to me. Just as a whole, you know? So, yeah, like, there's some stuff that's up there that's, like, I'm leaving it up just for the fact that people can come to it and be like, oh, hey, that used to be funny, you know? Like, young people, you know, look how much it's changed now, or it has not changed, depending on how you look at it in some areas. But someone just said my name in Tro chat. What's up? Let's see what this guy wants. Oh, he called me a cunt. Okay. Why? Okay, that's extremely random and rude. I like how immediately as he's calling me a cunt, I'm actually getting sales on the right. Don't go calling people that, by the way. Just fun fact. Just don't do that. Generally a dick move. And considering I do nothing online multiplayer related in this game with other people unless you're my friend, or I'm selling you fucking Primordial Flame on an open market, there's no reason for this guy to call me that, so he's just doing it random. So that's fun. No sense in reporting, though. I think this game is like a complete dead reporting system. You can say there is an option you can turn on profanity filter, but if you have it off, you can say anything in Tro chat. Nothing is censored. I think it starts out being on. I turn mine off. Like, I'm not fucking afraid. Like, there's a lot of people saying things in there, but, like, it's not... It's very clear they don't care, the game makers, and that's fine. That's fine. Like, I'm totally in favor of not really censoring what people want to say, but at the same time, like... It's like the thing where you have freedom of speech, but don't be a prick. Like, you don't just go into a public store and start actively cursing people out or something like that, you know what I mean? But yeah. I want to know why he said that. I asked him why he said, like, what's his problem. I'm interested. Like, I'm not trying... I know it's probably like the trolls thing from yesterday, how they were in the chat, but I would like to know why, if there's like a specific reason, because now I'm kind of worried I did do something without realizing it. But if not, I'm just gonna ignore it. Like, I want to make sure I didn't do something really dumb, because I know earlier someone invited... I was in a delve with someone, but I just left because I was super fucking weak in comparison. So that's the only thing I can think of, and if it's not that, there's no fucking reason to listen to this guy. Even then, there's not really a reason to. You don't just start out by saying, "Hey, random guy in chat. Oh, you're something, you know, just funny." Like, yeah. I don't take it to heart though. I just keep going and doing what I'm doing. I hear a dog. That's fun. Breaking stuff, breaking stuff, breaking stuff, breaking stuff. 199. Okay, one more, sell a little bit, then refresh it, and see what happens. Okay, so that's 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, flex check. 194,000. Okay, we're close. I'm hoping that someone buys the 250,000 and it goes down to 2,000 or 200,000 again before I get there, but if not, it's fine. It doesn't get higher than 250,000, or it can, but no one buys those, so the cheaper ones are always 250,000 or under. Between 200,000 and 250. There we go. That's how to say it. Oh, the only other thing I can think of is that I'm technically promoting in global chat my stuff, which there is a cell chat, but like, nah, I don't care. What I'm doing works, so I don't care. It's not going to get banned for it, because, again, I don't think they care, and also I don't think it's like a bannable offense anyways, it's just like a general uncool kind of thing, but it's still working, so, and I'm not actively like interrupting other people's conversations to do it, I'm just occasionally every like 30 minutes, or, well, now it's been a little more because I'm in a hurry to sell this, because I'm about to get the class, but every like 10 to 20 minutes I do it, you know. Excuse me, Jesus Christ. The whole laptop shook for that one. I remember that for some reason that reminded me of a cough fit I had one time in like 6th grade, where I was like hardcore holding back a cough fit, and I was just sitting there like, and like people were looking at me, and I was like, I'm fine, because I was like trying to like not start coughing like crazy because I was already coughing so much, and it was because there was like a hair in my throat or something, but like it was just so fucking awkward. I don't know why I didn't just cough, you know, go into like a cough fit because I was fine, but I feel like it'd just be way more awkward to get like, it's felt like I was like just sitting there like that for like a good like 2 minutes. That teacher was interesting. The nothing to do with the cough fit, but that teacher was very interesting, specifically because of from memory, there was a time where okay, so I was an idiot and I decided I was in gym, right? PE class, which I talked about before. Yeah. Anyways, because the people who actually care are going to already be doing stuff in their free time. The people who don't are just going to be sitting in the back getting hit by dodgeballs. So, like, fuck PE class. But, anyways, just, it's needless pain. Anyways, so I decided to do, like, a fake, I was like, Kobe, as a joke, because we were playing, like, Knockout, which is just a weird version of basketball without playing basketball. And I jumped, like, and I didn't even have a ball. Like, I was just mimicking, you know, I was like, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to be like that. Boom. And I did that, and I landed. My entire ankle went like, so you know how like you land flat? Well, instead it went completely. I didn't snap it, and I didn't pull a tendon. I've never broken a bone yet. Uh, so that's fun. But it just, for about 4 days, I could not walk correctly. I had to have a cane. Now, this was not doctor prescribed, so obviously some people had problems with that, or teachers did. So this was day 2, and that teacher was like, I don't want you having that cane, so can you go put it on my desk? By the way, I'm in the back of the classroom. So I just literally just was like, hey pal, like my friend my friend Chase, who was in the class with me, I was like, hey Chase, can you do me a big favor? And I just had him put it up there and go get it for me when I left. Like, I wasn't, by the way, this could be a thing where it's like, oh, you actively causing distraction in class. No, this was my last period of the day. We had 7 of them. This was my last one. I still had the cane, meaning no teacher had taken it from me for being disturbing with it. I was literally just using it to walk better. This one teacher just had a problem. Like, god damn, like the ignorance of some people. That I would have flipped shit on if I would have been in high school. I would have been like, yeah, no, I'm keeping it, and if you got a problem with that, I'll go up to the nurse and then have her look at it and deal with it. You know, someone who actually, you know, understands the physical fucking problem at hand. Like, or it might have been the first day that I had it, because like oh my god, I could not walk. I remember I like had to crawl when I got home, on the floor to go get that cane. Like, I could walk, I could limp, but it would be to the point to where once I finally got home and took my shoes off and stuff, I just had to crawl to get that fucking cane. Like, I fought for that to even be able to use that motherfucking thing because it was stuck behind like a wall. It was propped behind next to like a dresser and it got stuck behind a wall. So it was like, you know, for like motherfucker. Like, I would have flipped shit if I would have been a little older. Not like aggressively violently. I would have just said, yeah, no, that's not happening. I physically need this to do anything right now. I didn't get a doctor note because I didn't need one. I knew it was just a sprained ankle, but it hurt like hell. You know, and I was just like, what the fuck, man? No. Like, go fuck yourself. Not a bad teacher, though, at times, you know, like, I don't know. She very much seemed like she didn't want to be there. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, she had that general vibe about her, and, like, I get that sometimes, but at the same time, though, fuck her for that specific instance. Good teacher, though, I guess. I mean, like, I obviously learned something in that class. I don't remember. It was an ELA class, so I don't really know much about it, but she also definitely, like, picking problems with specific students that kept up all year, by the way. It was always those, like, handful of students, and I guess I became one of them somehow, so that's fun. Even though I didn't really do anything. Like, I remember there was one time in class where, again, whenever she had a problem with a student, she'd just stop class, bitch to this one student in particular, and just, for 10 minutes, just be, or not 10 minutes, at least 5. Like, we had, like, I think this is back when we only had 30-minute long classes, so it's a considerable amount of class where she'd just have a one problem with the student. And she wouldn't, like, send him to the office or something. She'd just interrupt class. Now, the student is never doing anything that's interrupting class too bad, I remember. I literally looked at her one of these times, I was like, look, dude, lay off. He didn't even fucking do anything. Just get back to class. I'm here to learn. Like, he's not actively interrupting anything compared to what you're doing right now, taking all the time to just needlessly rant. Just fucking start. I was not that specific, by the way. I was much more timid with what I did, but I did do that, and I was super fucking angry at that point, because she was very much, I have a problem with this student. I'm not going to lay off, and I'm going to keep having a problem with this student. That's probably how I got, you know, also picked on for the, not picked on, but, like, picked up on that in that list of students, was probably when I did that. I was just so fucking done with it. God. God damn it, that was something. But, yeah. That class was fun, though. It's actually how I met Chase, I'm pretty sure, was just that class entirely. Like, I was introduced to him a little bit before then, but that was like, we had a class together, so we really had a lot of fun just chit-chatting. We had another friend with us in that class, she's super nice, but we, just had just general fun doing things in that class. Except when the teachers decided to have a fucking problem with someone that day. Like, goddamn. Like I said, she was generally a good teacher, except just that one problem of just, hey, let's have a problem with a specific student. And it was always, there was no more than 6 of them in our class. Now, I mean, there's more than 6 people in the class, but it would always be the same recurring 6, or 4, I have to actually say. It was pretty small. One kid deserved it entirely. One kid wasn't trying to do it that well, and this is the one I was like, look, he didn't even do anything that bad this time. He was just talking to someone real quick. I think he was even borrowing a pencil. Like, it wasn't anything that bad. But yet she was still, like, making it a big fucking deal. Like, no, it's not. But anyway, hold on, wait, how much flux do I have right now? 194,000 still, but I meant to say Primordial Flame. Okay, 2 more Primordial Flame, and I can sell 5 and get 200k, and then see if anyone just happened in that amount of time to buy it, and enough for that. That guy in chat has not responded, so I'm guessing he was just being a prick. God, the ignorance of some people. 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Alright, see if anyone's selling any cheaper. Okay, 135,000 now. They dropped a little bit. Rampage alert. Ooh. Rampage alert. Okay, if I see anyone going into that one club world I mentioned earlier that has the Rampage pit, I'll go, but if not, because I literally have a hot wire to my hotbar type. Actually, no, here, I'm just going to go and see if anyone's there. Nope, didn't mean to say that. Nope, fucking, just, ooh. I just accidentally promoted the Primordial Flame twice. It stopped me the second time, though. It was like, hey, don't send the same message twice so fast. And I was like, good, thank you, because I did not want that to be public, but it's fine. quiet because there's a loading screen. Sorry about that. Ooh, this room got another, like, general change about it. They've been updating the room recently, and I think it's turning out pretty good. Anyone in the club world? Not a soul. Okay, I'm just gonna ask someone to invite me. Can anyone? Here, I'm just gonna put please invite to ramp. That'll work. Actually, I'm just gonna go looking for one myself because I guarantee you, someone put that they were looking for people to join a delve right when I put that, so everyone was already spamming invite or asking questions to invite. So instead of mine being able to sit there for people to invite me quicker, it's just gonna get lost. So I'm just gonna go look for one myself and take the 8 minutes to kill it single-handedly. That's a lot, by the way. That's not me flexing. That's a lot of time for a 20-minute event where you're supposed to kill 6 of them. I usually have really shit luck at finding them, though. I usually always have to... Oh, someone invited me. I found some Primordial Flame. Alright, let's see if this guy has one. Okay, the invite just didn't work. Hold on. I cannot join this player. Okay, cool. Guess I'm not doing that. That's the other thing that happens. Trove has a really shit server kind of thing where about joining people. Even loading into a world, sometimes you'll just completely disconnect from the game and then you're just told to fuck off, basically. There's no recovering it. They've made it better, but it's still definitely a problem. Because I think they made it to where now you just always go back to the world you were already in. Or you will go into the one you were loading in. You won't just get kicked out and go to your club or the hub world or something. I'm talking about specifically Shadow Towers. I think they used to have a bad problem with that. They don't now, though. I'm going to ask that guy to send one more, just in case. I don't know. I don't know if I really ever talked about this, but this is something I've been wanting to talk about for a bit, but I didn't want to sound really whiny when doing it. Because it's a very thing where if it's taken, like, out of context, it's a very... You can see it as pretty much just whining needlessly, because it was so many years ago, but... Hold on. Doing that thing where I'm trying to view profile. Join player. Here, I'm just gonna say invite. Okay, so I got... No, fucking... Global chat. Oh wait, no, this guy got one. Where's this guy on the fucking map? Bro. Bro, Xbox is starting to piss me off, man. I just want to get this one rampage done, and then I can leave and go back to my mining. 2 invites have came through, and not a single one has worked. Anyways, so... This is something I don't remember if I've talked about in the stream before, but... So I wanted to talk about, because I mentioned school earlier, and that one teacher pissing me off insanely. I never had bad problems like that. I genuinely respected teachers' positions. Oh, I had one that my one office referral was because the teacher fucking sent my phone up to the office after she said she wouldn't do that. She was like, oh, you can have it back at the end of class. And I was like, oh, cool. But then immediately, when I walked up, she was just like, nah, I'm sending it to the office. Mine and a friend's phone. Just because, by the way, it wasn't like because of I think it might have because I made a joke because it was an agriculture class that I was playing Ark on my phone, so I was like, no, I'm just trying to grow cows. I think that was it. I made that joke right before handing it, so I think she got offended. I'll be 100% real with you, and I think that's genuinely what happened. Oh god, they have it in a fucking waterfall. The water in this game heals the Titans from the Rampage, or the water from the world they go to heals them. So if it touches them, she's just going to heal to full health, so that's something we don't want. But besides that, that's my one office referral, by the way, in high school. It's because of my phone got sent up there. Also, it's really fucking weird, though, because if you go to the app that tells you every time you've had an office referral, you check the office referral, they have to put on there whether or not it was reported to the police or not. Anytime, any officer referral, even if it was like, hey, you missed detention, it has a thing there, or you didn't show up for lunch detention or something like that. Wait, that's the same thing I think I just said twice, or two different variations of it, but still. It has to say whether it was reported to the police, and that made me so uncomfortable just seeing, oh yeah, my phone got sent to the office because I was playing Ark in class. Okay, that's just a little unnerving, but when I was younger, I actually had no officer referrals. Like, between, after first grade, none. I think I had one. Oh, no, I had two. I called someone a fat cow on the bus. Still believe that. Fuck you. Especially fuck you because it was a joke. Well, actually, no, it wasn't a joke. Fuck you. Your sister is the one who reported it. You're not going to see this video. Fuck you. Respectively. Everyone I know that still knows your name hates you. Fuck you. Anyways, back to the subject at hand, though. Yeah, I called them a fat cow on the bus. Actually, it wasn't even on the bus. It was at the bus stop as we were leaving the bus stop. And that somehow got the school involved. And technically, it wasn't on school property. It was as we were leaving, walking home. So the school had nothing to fucking do with it. And I got detention for that shit. So, all respect. Fuck you. Anyways, not even going to go and elaborate on who that person was. But, but goddamn. Anyways, the other one, though, was I stole a wet floor sign. Now, given the oh, this actually could be one of those comedic things. If you see this now, it might ruin it for later, but, so, I was in middle school, and we had these fruit cocktail cups, to where we get them at breakfast, and I loved the shit out of those things. I'd get, like, if my friends weren't eating them, I would get a shit ton of them. I'd be like, hey, can I get some? There's also a table for like a food pantry thing, where people would put food up there, and while it didn't need a student-regulated thing, I liked sitting behind it and like organizing all of it, and the teachers let me do that. And then some friends showed up and fucking ruined it, or not really friends, just random people would show up and be like, "Hey, can I help?" And they weren't really like helping; they'd just be sitting back there playing on their phones and shit. So I'd do that. I also used to hold the door open because I'd get to school like 30 minutes early intentionally to do that. I'd hold the door open for people. But anyways, uh, so those fruit cups, right? They were highly explosive. If they hit the ground, they exploded on impact. So me having like six of them, and I go to my small ass locker to put them in there. Between like third and fourth period, I ended up dropping it, and it splattered all over the ground. And I was like, "Oh shit!" So obviously I cleaned it up, and the teacher just said, or my homeroom teacher was just like, I just go down the hall. There's a wet floor sign I saw. It's dry by now, I'm sure. Just make sure the ground's dry. So I immediately, quickly run do it. I run over, get it, come back, put it down, and I go to class. Well, in the middle of PE, uh, which is like 4 hours, no, 3 hours after that. No, it was like sixth period. Middle of PE, I see the principal walk in, and my anxiety is so bad that even if that happens, I see the principal walk in the classroom, I'm worried it's me. Turns out it was me, so you can imagine my, like, immediate shock, like, what the fuck did I do, or what did I get caught? Because I wasn't doing anything bad, so I don't know why I had that second option in my head, but I did. So I was like, uh-oh. So he gets really intimidated. He's like, hey, let's go on a walk. He gets, like, really, like, pressuring, like, I've got him caught, man. And we're walking down the hall, and we're walking towards my homeroom teacher in our classroom, which is, I didn't realize that we were at the time. I thought we were just walking around direction. And he's like, he was like, dude, I fucking caught this kid red-handed. I'm happy. Boom. And so we're walking, and he's like, so, what do you know about stolen wet floor signs? And I'm like, what? So immediately my anxiety just drops, and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? Like, I'm just sitting there like, what are you talking about, man? I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. And he's like, well, we have on camera of you taking a wet floor sign, and yeah, he didn't say moving it either. He just said taking it. Like, I put it in my locker, tried hiding it. No, it was outside my locker because there was a wet fucking floor there, and I did exactly what I was told. So I immediately tell the guy, look, dude, literally watch the camera. You can see the teacher tell me to do it, and I say, okay, and I run and do it. And that's what he said he watched me do, was watch the camera. So I guess someone didn't fucking pay attention, man. There's also a bitch cop that used to sit up there at the front of the school and watch the cameras. I hate her with a passion. She made there was some sort of legal thing my mother was in the trouble of having, like during when I was in middle school, and my mother like mentioned the idea that we can, like, while she was there to pick me up one of the days, that something about a vacation or something. I don't know. My mother's very fucking stupid at times when it comes to timing. But she said it right in front of the cop, but my mother couldn't leave the area due to the legal troubles. So my mother basically breaks down crying because that fucking asshole cop. Also, that cop is the only person to ever give my uncle a ticket because I wasn't wearing a seatbelt whenever he was picking me up. I fucking hate that cop. Fuck her. I dead name her a lot. She got married, so her name changed. I don't fucking care. I have no respect for her. I really don't. Fuck her. I'm having a lot of problems with specific people today, in case you aren't noticing. Like, I'm trying to show that I can't, like, specifically since Jack, or was it Jack? It might have been Jack, who mentioned, like, I'm very a pushover. I specifically choose not to cause problems, because I really can. I have a lot of problems with a few people. I just don't go at it, but I'm trying to show that. I'm not trying to sound like a dick by doing all this, but I'm just like, it got to me a little bit. Just saying. But, anyways, so he's like, okay, well, we'll find out by asking your homeroom teacher. And I was like, okay, and you're gonna get proven wrong. Let's go. So we did. She wasn't there. So I'm just told, okay, you can go back to class. We'll handle this later. So I immediately messaged that teacher, and I'm like, hey, bro, please get me out of this. Just handle this. Oh, it was a girl, but I was like, hey, can you please, like, tell him I'm innocent? Because that's really stupid. Apparently there was some teacher that watched me do it and apparently called my name, but I was in a hurry because we only had like 4 minutes between each class, and I was stopping at my locker to clean up a mess, so that I knew I was good if I made it, but it was across the school, so I was in a hurry. Apparently she tried, like, she didn't know me, so she wasn't calling my name, but she was like, hey, stop, and I didn't hear her, so apparently that gets just immediately reported and taken out of context. So the same period I had that teacher that I really didn't like, she was like the sub teacher in there, not sub, but she was like also in there to help around too. So I asked her, hey, did you talk to him? And she was like, yeah, you're good. I'm like, okay, thank you, because that was the most stupidest thing I'd ever had to deal with. So apparently I'm a wet floor sign thief. Fun. But anyways, besides that though, I'm gonna make sure I chew the mint before this. I want to be able to make sure I'm not mumbling or fumbling my words. I'll get another one if I want to suck it later. But anyways, so first grade, and this is just coming off from kindergarten where it's just generally nothing too focusing on, just fun, 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 fun. Side tangent. I was born left-handed, so this is my left hand. I did everything with my left hand growing up, which is really interesting because I can't now. I can't really do much with my left hand now. I still can do a couple things, but my mother made me, being the wonderful person she is, was like, hey, you're going to switch now because it's apparently hard to drive and do certain things if you're left-handed, which, sure, yeah. I'm glad she did that, but at the same time, like, I still wanted to... She did that as I was learning handwriting, so there was, like, a good month where I couldn't write anything because I was told not to use my left hand, and I didn't know what I was doing with my right hand, so literally anytime we got a paper, I'm like, I can't write my name. Because couldn't use the hand, so I couldn't figure out what to do. So that's a side tangent. This was at the same time, or this was right before this, but a little bit of mint got stuck in my throat. God, mint water time, because I gotta get it out. Nope. Nope. Yep. Okay. Or no, it's still there a little bit, but it's more dealable now, or handleable now. First grade was really tough for me. Not because I didn't understand the concepts, but because of how generally hard to deal with a lot of the things were in school. So I was a very social kid. I'm still a very social person, by the way. And I hate that this really started to really kill that. And this is going to sound really dramatic, but this is really still how I feel about it today. Like, this is what it felt like at the time, and it still feels like a little bit. I've gotten over it by now, by the way. I just want to, like, still bring it up, though. I might have talked about this before on stream, but I want to bring it up because I feel like I'm able to describe it a little bit more detail nowadays. But what ended up happening was I had 4 office referrals in my first grade year. This is around the time my first ever like close death to me ever happened. I'm still fighting rampage bosses, by the way. I stopped mining a little bit ago. Otherwise we would have already had Bard already, but we were talking about some stuff, so I was like, let's take a break for a bit. This is around the time my first death ever close to me happened. It was just a lot of shit happened. There was a guy heavily abusing my mother, which she still has a broken neck to this. Or, I mean, well, she got it fixed, but I mean, like, she has metal in her neck to this day from it, from that happening. So there was a lot of shit going on at home. So my one crime, legitimately here, besides an accident, which I will get to in a second, was I was just talking in class a lot. Now, we're going to talk about the two ones that got, like, reported, because those were only reported because I was already such a bad kid. So, by me talking in class, I mean. So, that happened about twice, so I think I actually had, like, 5, but 2 of them were just talking in class because I was just a sociable kid. But they were only reported like that because you're like, oh, you're still acting up, go to the office. First one I remember. There was this person, we were just kids, so we're just playing a lot. I remember, okay, keep in mind, innocent kid, doesn't know, like, keep that in your mind here, okay? Innocent as in doesn't understand, like, specifics of society. Negative specifics of society. So, now, one of these can make it seem a little bit better than the other. She either titty twisted me, or shoved me. To which I did that back. I did it exactly back as well. I know I titty twisted her, but I'm pretty sure she did it to me first. Otherwise, I don't know why I just think to do that. My memory is rough, but I think she did it to me first. However, that got reported immediately by one of her friends. Just went up to a teacher and said, now keep in mind, she did it to me too. And yeah, if I remember correctly, she did do it to me too. I just didn't want to say it without certainly thinking of it, because that'd be dumb. So, I'm sent up to the office. This gets put in a thing. Like, I wasn't put on, like, the sexual assault, like, registry, but I mean, like, I was put, like, I was heavily, like, it was handled 100% seriously for a first grader to titty twist a girl who did it to me first. So, that was a little rough. I'm already, like, learning the horrors of what school really is, so I'm glad this wasn't what I thought the standard for school was. Like, second grade was so much easier for me. Still terrified, but I remember, here, I'll tell that story in a second. There was one time in 4th grade I started getting worried, but, so, that was awkward. But, there was another time where, I'm telling you them in sequential order, by the way. This one might have been first over the previous one, but I was not an athletic kid at all. I've made that very clear in previous streams. But there was one day, our school had really, like, big asphalt play area. Like, there was just asphalt for a huge block of it, chunk of it of the ground. And it was breaking off. So I literally cannot make this shit up. I arced it. I just picked up a piece and I just chucked it in the air. Not aiming at anyone, by the way. I was in an open fucking field. Not aiming at the playground equipment. Not aiming at the asphalt at all. But yet, some random kid playing football got hit. I still know this guy, by the way. I still talk to him. We graduated together. We're cool to this day now. But at the time, I accidentally just fucking, like, hit a kid in the head with a chunk of asphalt the size of a baseball. Arced it. So that's not good. So, like, yes, I understand why. But also, it was an accident. So, because of the previous incident, and I think one time I talked in class got reported before the rock incident, it all culminated to where for about 3 weeks, and I checked, it was 3 weeks, they just deemed me unsafe, apparently, and all of this was accidents, like, and talking in class. Now, again, fuck off. I'm just a sociable fucking kid, man. Trying to get the little bit of social interaction I can get during my day, because then I go home to, I've already explained what I went home to. So, anyways, for 3 weeks, I had to, when I went to school, I would show up, get handed a packet, be told to sit in the office all day. The only time I get to interact with people is someone walking in, giving me more papers, or doing a walk of shame to go get a lunch tray in front of all my friends that I had at the time. Obviously, like, I mean, like, I don't remember any of them specifically. I mean, I know a couple friends I had back then. Walk of shame. Go get food. Stay on the same line as everyone else. Then walk back to the office. To which I'm told not to talk to anyone while doing. So, yeah. That was my life for about 3 weeks in 1st grade. And Two things. One, I remember getting compliments a lot from the office ladies saying how fucking polite I was. Like, that's not even a joke. I was like really not that bad. Like, they were like, "Oh, he's generally polite." Like, I'd even offer to help them occasionally because I'm just sitting there and nothing else to do besides paperwork. I'm like, "Oh, do you need help with that?" You know, I was like, and I'm young in first grade. I'm just offering that. Like, it got to the point where literally the only reason I think I was like 3 days until I was supposed to return back to just the class in general, to where I now, like I said, by the way, I've talked to this guy since. It's fine now. His head obviously healed and everything's fine. Like, we're good. But at the time, that, yeah, I understand that was a bad thing to do. So here's how it ended. It didn't end because they said, "Oh yeah, you're safe to go back to class." The teacher that I had, I was sitting. I think I was waiting for more papers, so I was sitting in the lobby area where there's a glass window where I can see the lobby, and that's where the bathrooms were. I'm just seeing all my friends, just out there. I was just staring at them, being like, and the teacher literally just walked up to the window and went, "Do you think he's had enough?" Like, she literally said that word for word. Like, I think it's pretty much time, like, to do that. And I was like, really? So, and I still remember going back to that class and immediately getting a paper I'd already done in the office, and they basically just said deal with it. So I had to redo that entire paper, and I was like, oh, okay. So besides that, and there was one time it was in between all that where I basically snapped, where I just had wrote down, like, I didn't really get all these depressive things. I'm glad I didn't understand what suicide was at the time. I really didn't, because I was very much a I wish I was not here kind of person, but I didn't understand like what I was really saying at the time. So it basically turned into like just that a lot, to where one day I had basically just wrote on a spelling test. I like I hate whatever, like, not specific people. I did actually write the teacher's name on one of them, however she couldn't read it because I wrote it so small. But I wrote that like hundreds of times on a spelling test and turned it in. Just, yeah, I got sent to the office for that. But I was just so done with everything. The counselor was so nice during that time period. I don't remember her name, but she was amazing. She helped me through a lot of it and pretty much helped keep my cool. And the nurse also. The nurse was pretty good because I had a couple medical problems at the time. She was super helpful and super nice, and she was also the nurse for my high school years. And I'm so happy, except for senior year, because I think she ended up retiring. But she was fucking amazing, bro. Like that, I'm goddamn. Those two helped me so much. But then, basically, my just I was like really depressed, fucking first grade year because of all that. And since then, I worked to like shape myself to be better because I thought like a lot of the problems I was doing, things I was doing was problematic. You know what I mean? Like, I thought what I was doing was wrong, so I fixed it. I tried being a lot more calmer in class. The only other time I can think of that was like even considerably a problem, there's two things actually. Both were in middle school. No, one was in fourth grade, one was in middle school. Uh, Fourth grade, I had a friend who was like, I was actively like, hey, I'm not trying to like talk in class a lot more because I knew that was bad. So what I did was I was like, okay, I have a friend who's actively trying to get my attention, like, hey Jackson, hey Jack. And I'm like, dude, you need to stop. I'm gonna get in trouble if I talk to you. To which, when I said that, and I made it very clear when I said that word for word. To which the teacher goes, go out to the hallway right now. We're gonna have a talk. And then I almost fucking cried right in front of her because I thought all this shit was gonna get started. Like, I got in trouble for telling the kid to leave me the fuck alone so I could stop, like, actively trying to talk in class. That is what I got in trouble for. Like, yeah, I was talking in class before that, but I was actively trying to stop, and I got in trouble for, I guess the method of me trying to stop was bad. So I, like, almost broke down crying right in front of her because I didn't know how to word. I was so young, I just didn't know how to word. You're fucking dumb. I just did exactly what you were trying to ask me to do. Like, I would have went off on so many people if I could have back when I was younger. God damn. I was just such like a kid that just didn't want confrontation. That's why I don't want confrontation with people. I don't. Like, sometimes a lot of the times when I was younger, I'm so glad I figured out what was right and wrong, because a lot of the times when I did right, it got nothing but wrong things from it, you know? Like, oh, and then middle school, some kid threw a lunchbox at me, and it was fine because that was a game we all played, but this fucking kid would not take his ice pack out, and it hit me right in the eye, and yelled at him to fucking stop in the middle of the library, and then I just told leave the library. That was all. I wasn't like officer furled for it. Like, I just generally was, and I gave him warnings before it. I wasn't just like flipped out at nowhere. Like, I was like, dude, you need to stop. Seriously, stop throwing that at me. It hurts. And then I did it about 3 times. The fourth time I just didn't care. If you hear my mom in the background, I just heard she woke up, so if you hear anything, please ignore her. What was after that, though? Another thing. So, besides getting in trouble in school, which, again, like, sure, yeah, I did throw a rock at a kid, and I called a girl a fat cow. Okay, yeah, that happened. And the rock was an accident. Cow was not even on school grounds. So, I mean, like, it's very subjective. Yes, I understand I did wrong both times, but still fuck that person. But not the rock one, the other one. But, you know what I mean? Like, I get it. I paid. Oh, wait, no, I had one more time where I missed a mandatory tutoring that I didn't know about. Because it was sent to an email, and then, like, actively in class, she never, like, for 2 days before it, she just sent an email, called it good, and didn't, like, bring it up at all, and I didn't check that. I never saw that email. So then when I do I get called up to the office, like, oh, hey, so that tutoring you saw that you intentionally missed, yeah, you're going to be doing. I was like, what the fuck? What do you mean? So I had to go up to my mom and be like, hey, there's this tutoring that I had no clue about that I missed, so now I have detention. So come pick me up after school. So that was awkward. But other than that, yeah, there wasn't anything too bad. Uh, there was another thing I wanted to mention because Misty had brought up to me a lot of the time because we've been together for 4 years, so obviously we've had to have a little bit of a learning curve for both of us because this is pretty much both our first serious relationship. She's had relationships before it. I've had relationships before it. However, mine resulted in this. I married a girl in fucking kindergarten by giving her a spider ring. No, we didn't actually have a marriage, but it was funny because we both remembered it, like, during freshman year and sophomore year of high school, and we talked about it, and it was kind of funny, haha. The second one was a girl who was genuinely nice, actually, for the most part. She randomly, during middle school, no, it was intermediate, it was before middle school, she moved to our town, walked up to me, like, the second day she was in town, and just was like, hey, want to go out with me? I was like, oh, cool. And apparently I had a flip phone back then. Or no, I didn't have a flip phone. I think I had an iPhone 4 at the time. So I gave her my number, and we talked. Me being me, I didn't really talk to a lot of friends on the phone at the time, so I was just not used to getting constant messages. And also, I went to bed pretty early at the time. Like, 7 to 9 was a constant, like, I sleep time for me. So the second day she was messaging me, I didn't really know how to say, hey, I'm kind of tired, I'm going to go ahead and go to bed, because I just didn't want to be rude to her. So I go to my mom, and I'm like, hey, what do I say here? I don't really know how to, because now, I was expecting her to just say something like, oh, just say you're tired and you're going to bed. Instead, she just goes, maybe you should break up with her. Me being me, I listened to her. I'm about to turn on my lamp because it's starting to get dark, but me being me, I listened to my mother, to which I was basically called an asshole for like a good week by a lot of people. But I I just was trying. I had good intentions. Like, I didn't just break up with her rudely. I literally said, hey, my mom said I should break up with you. Not in a rude way. I was like, in which I know that's dumb, but keep in mind, young. So that didn't really count. I mean, that counted as a relationship, but she was a really nice person. She actually messaged me uh, a little after I started dating Misty just to check in and be like, hey, that was weird and awkward, you know? And I was like, yeah, it was. It's good to hear from you, though. And good person for what I know. So that's nice. But then the next one was a girl I dated in middle school for about 3 months. So that one went pretty well. We didn't ever do anything. Uh, like, we never kissed, held hands, or anything. We were just close friends, and we thought, hey, let's try and upgrade that a little bit. And we both had a little bit of interest in idea. So we just basically, the only thing that changed was we talked a little bit more than we would before, and we just call each other boyfriend and girlfriend. We kind of broke it off because there was this really annoying kid that would intentionally piss her off because she was dating me, and also we just didn't progress at all in any way, shape, or form. So we kind of just broke it off. And then Misty's the next one because I stopped. I didn't try to date people after that. I kind of was just like, I guess maybe it's just not a thing for me. Uh, if it happens, it happens. I'm not gonna go actively searching for it, you know. So, oh, and I did try. Uh, I had a neighbor that lived next to me for a while, and I asked if she wanted to go out with me. She always said no, so I didn't ever really get it. And I did learn that she actually did have an interest in doing it, but I don't know why she didn't ever say yes then. But hey, it's more of a you snooze, you lose at this point, obviously, you know. But anyways, because I'm very happy with Misty, and that's not going to change anytime soon, ever, you know. So, but anyways, there was one in between, and actually during. It stopped when I was dating the girl with the phone thing. for about 3 days. It was only 3 days, but it stopped during this, but it was before her and after her around that time period to where I was. I had Jax in the game with me. Nice. But anyways, so before her, there was this girl that I was really interested in. I didn't know her. It was very much, and this was like second grade. No, this was third grade and up, I believe. Didn't know who she was. I was very into her. Now keep in mind, it's like that age group love, so I didn't really understand what it was at the time. So I asked her if she wanted to go out with me. I didn't really know her, so I kind of got told no. She wasn't leading me on, but she never gave me like a hard no. She was just like, nah, maybe not, like. So like, it basically just resulted for years me trying until like right before middle school hit, of me trying to ask her out occasionally. Like I'd get her a couple things occasionally. Like if a Valentine's Day happened, I'd get her like more chocolate because we'd always do like a group Valentine's Day thing for every class, or for like our main homeroom. So I'd get her occasional chocolates and stuff, and it'd be just small things. However, it just finally led up to where like I could tell nothing was happening, and there was my first ever school dance came up, and I was like, oh shit, awesome, this could be a chance to do something. So I think I asked her to it. No, I didn't ask her to it. Instead of asking her to it and figuring out she actually had someone to go with, which I'll get to that in a minute. I had found a random ass rope bracelet with like seashells on it. It was a really crappy made one, which I wish I would have just. Here, I'll explain in a minute. I found that in the shed of my nana's, and I was gonna give it to her, thinking like, hey, she'd like this, because I'm a fucking ignorant kid. But I had good intentions, and to which I told my mom about the plan, and she's like, "Oh no, here, use this," and gives me this pretty nice necklace that my mom goes, "Yeah, I've had this ever since I was a kid. Give her this." So the following happens at the dance. I give her the necklace. I was just worked up enough courage to run up and actually do it. I gave it to her and I walked away. I said, "This is for you." Walked away because I just couldn't stay any longer. I was like, "Oh, that's so awkward," because I didn't know what I was doing. To which a guy walks up to me. I knew the kid. He gives me the necklace back, broken, and says she broke it. And yes, it was intentionally. Like, intentionally broke it. Which, yes, they went together, but also you didn't have to be that big of a bitch about it. But also we were young, so I mean, I've seen her these days. She doesn't seem like that bad of a person now. But like, that was incredibly fucking mean. I cried in the bathroom for a bit, and a friend ended up dragging me out. But it was fine. So, that's why I didn't really try in relationships, though. I didn't understand, really, when I was young. It was like, Misty went, "Hey, why did we wait a while to like hold hands and kiss? Were you just not wanting to? Were you embarrassed by me?" And I'm like, "No, it's not that I was embarrassed by you. It's that if I thought I did the right thing, I was doing the wrong thing. Because every time I had previously done stuff, it was incorrect. It didn't work." And I know, sometimes just some people aren't interested or something, like, it makes sense, like, oh, hey, it's not interested, but I didn't get that. I just thought there was something wrong with me. Like, it just wouldn't work for me no matter what I did. So it's literally, I just told Misty at the start of our relationship, I want you to do the progression rate for everything. Like, if the next step up, you're gonna have to be the one to bring it up, because like, I don't want to do something that she wasn't ready, like kiss or something like that. I wouldn't want to do that. And I just didn't know if I'd be doing it right, because I had never done it before with any other person. I just didn't know what the fuck I was doing. So it was just a really awkward time with a lot of the progression rate of our relationship. So, but I didn't want her to take it to heart and think it was her, because it wasn't her. It was literally me the entire time, not knowing what to do because of past experiences. But now I pretty much got it. We're good. But a lot of the shit that, like, my early years of school, very unenjoyable. Due to outside and inside influences, just overall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3. There. Okay, now I have, in terms of flux, 230,000. And how much are they right now? 234,000. One went down. I literally just need two. Okay, so hold on. Let me just grind, because I have more I can sell right now. like ready to like resell, so I'll get the Flux 4 from that. If we're near each other, we both get double flames. I know that, Jack. Yeah, I do know that. Uh, I'm actually about to probably be done with live streaming. The only reason I'm streaming right now, Jack, is I'm literally 4,000 Flux away from buying Bard right now. So just give me a second. I'll probably join up with a call for you for this last like 20 minutes before I gotta call Misty for a bit, and then I just wanted to get it done on stream because I've been doing like a little thing where I've been doing this every night, doing this grind, and I feel like the payoff should be at least during a live stream, you know? So yeah, I'm almost done. How much, like, we're close, like, actively close. Hold on. Okay, 20, and then I just gotta sell one more, and then we're good. Unless someone buys that first, which if that happens, I'll just keep going. It's not gonna take that long. But we're very close to finally getting the Bard class in Trove, which, that's weird, I'm going Bard than Vanguardian. Bard costed more, so I'm doing Vanguardian second, so it would be a quicker grind. Because at this point, I've just refined the system of how I'm doing the grind, so I know what I'm doing at this point. So it'll be way easier to do the... because I can do the stuff I did earlier this time. With, like, one, having a message I can just put in the chat globally for people to see, which I'm actually going to do again now. There. You want 4K right now? Flux? No, hold on. I want this to be self-earned. I want this last little bit to be self-earned. If I miss it, then maybe I'll ask for, like, the 4K, but if not, I want this to be self-earned. Just this last little bit. Just as, like, a, I did it, you know? Like, just that kind of thing. Oh, selling some right now? Woo. How much do I have? Only 10. Hello, noise. Nonce? Nonce? Or what's nonce mean? Well, hello. Welcome, ShotBuddy19, to the live stream. We're just here to chat, and I'm playing a game in the background to keep my focus long enough to where I can just ramble on while playing it. Trying to focus means good friend in England. Oh, okay, well, thank you. I've actually been really... Lamau, no. What? What are we saying Lamau know about? Is that not what that word means? Or it doesn't mean that? I don't know, hold on. But anyways, well, welcome from England. I've actually been really interested to hear about certain cultures and their ways to say things. But yeah, like, for example, like, I was on Omegle one time and I met these two girls that were Russian. And they ended up teaching me a couple words. I think Kakdela was one they taught me, and also the thing called borscht, if you know what that is. Apparently it's like a stew. So that was interesting. Oh. Well, that's incredibly rude, if that is true. Jack, make sure you know what you're talking about real quick. Because I'm 90% sure I'm trying to Google it, and I don't think it's... Jack, I don't think it is. Okay, hold on. Look. Hello, that's all I'll say. If it is rude, then you're mean, but if not, hey, welcome. I don't know. This is just... I'm trying to be extremely careful of what I do and don't say, but Jack, make sure, like, I don't know. Look, I'm just going to avoid it at this point. I'm in too deep. I've already said the word, so ban me. Twitch, ban me if you want. I don't know what it means. Sorry. But I'm sure it's fine. Look, I'm just going to keep going like nothing happened. Anyways, back to the subject at hand. I'm about to buy the fucking class, so I'm going to do that now, because I have enough to do it. Now let's see if there's enough for the credit pouch still. Damn it, my autofill got removed. Got it. Okay, time to buy the Bard class for 3,500. Oh. Legitimately, Jack? Did you just find that out? Jack, confirm right now. Is that actually what it means? Okay, banned. Fuck him. Get out of here. Tired of that shit. Okay, thank you, Leon. Okay, yeah, fuck you, man. Goddamn people. Okay, Bard Pack. I got it. Fucking asshats, man. Okay. Wow, okay, I just got a lot of shit from doing that. Okay, hold on. I got an ally for mastery. I got a wild hog. Is that a mount? Okay. Jack, meet me at the Club World. Because I also bought the Bard's Shadow Tower outfit, and we'll go through those. I googled it, and I didn't find anything. I even put it in Google Translate because I thought it was some sort of strange word, but that's... Fuck people like that. That's the second time that's happened. But thank you all for being there and helping me for that, because I definitely would have just left that guy. Alright, so we finally got the Bard class grinded. I'm going to check it out now in the Club World with my friend Jack. Thank you if anyone did, like, tune in. You know what I mean? Like, it's just... It's been really fun. I finally got that all done, you know. I've been working on it for, like, a long-ass time. Just working towards it, and I'm glad. So, Jack, meet me at the Club World. I'm going to go ahead and just change the class, see what it looks like. And, yeah. Oh, shit. I need, Jack, I'm going to go to... Hold on. Before I show... Wait, no. I'm going to actually do it while I'm playing as Bard, because I got to go to... I'm going to go to the Highlands world real quick, Jack. Get a mask and a weapon and a face, so that way I can actually equip the costume, because I can't without it, so I'll be right back. I'm going to go do that. Don't join me, though. Wait in the club. I want it to be a surprise, because I got 3 costumes right now and a set of wings. Oh god, I'm using the slow fucking Sebastian mount, and I only have 3 jumps. This is really weird. Okay, how does his attack work? Okay, he strums his music, but he uses fist weapons. Okay, that's pretty cool. Alright, finally, this entire, like, I think there's now, like, 8 hours of video of just me talking while getting this thing grinded up, so that's fun. It's a shit ton of time, though. But yeah, I'm very happy. I'm gonna have to do this again, though. Several more times. Or at least one more time for the amounts that I just did to get him. Plus, like, another 100, or another 1,000, because I'm gonna get a special costume for him. Okay, let's see if I got everything I need right there. Uncommon face. Okay, is this a fist weapon? Uncommon hat. Okay. Wait, I don't think I need a weapon. Yeah, I do. I do need a weapon. Shit. Just hiccup. Sorry about that. So if I get a weapon real quick, which I don't have any fists right now from this, so I'm probably going to go ahead and scrap it right after showing, because I want mastery, but it'll be fine. Almost done. Just got to kill this bug. Okay, any weapon. Because I think I just saw a hat, and that's it. Uncommon hat. Uncommon hat. Okay, I'm seeing a very big trend here. It's just going to give me nothing but hats for like the next 5 minutes, isn't it? God, I need to change my ally because I'll get more mounts for that. Give me a minute. I've been considering making some of my friends moderators for this chat, by the way, for, you know, more situations like that, because that is starting to happen now. More than just that one time, so, I don't know. Fist, okay. Formicite Fist. Okay, finally got a Fist. I'm going to equip one of the costumes before heading there. And then I'll meet you there, Jack. Actually, I'm going to equip a better mount real quick. I'm just going to equip, like, a dragon real quick. There. I'll even put the wings on, too. Wings of Song. What do they look like real quick? Oh, damn. Oh, damn. That's interesting for the Bard. I don't think that would work on literally any other class, but it's still cool. Okay, so we have 3 costumes to work with right now. We have the Lunar Lunatic, which that's the one I'm going to start out with. God, I have so many items. I got to scroll far. I have 45 different costume items, so hold on. Lunar Lunatic. Jack, I said wait. You were supposed to wait. It's not a surprise now. Also, I'm not done. It's fine. So this is the one for the Shadow Towers. I'm gonna go ahead and go to the club world now, but... Huh. I don't feel too different from getting that, but I'm happy I did finally. Now I just gotta get the Vanguard and grind it out. It'll be fun. Alright, after that one... Okay, so Jack, this is the class, and this is the wings. Hold on. Nope, not that one. Nope, that's the wrong pose. Hold on, let me get off my dragon. There you go. That's the wings. And then here's the other two costumes, which I'm probably going to use this one, because I actually kind of like the look of it, but, I noticed we had like 6 viewers for a second there. I don't care. I'm happy. I mean, that they left, because they're gone. I mean, I don't mind. I'm not trying to, like, be entertaining right now. I'm just trying to enjoy this thing I just worked for this entire time for. I don't know the name of this one. Oh, shit. Hold on. What's the name of this costume? I'm going to have to go back all the way through. Pretend Performer. Okay, hold on. Where's costume? There it is. God, this takes so long. I'm sorry. At this point... Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I don't like that. I really don't. I just look like I'm from, like... I look like a little girl. Yeah, not that one. This one not good. I'm probably just going to keep the Shadow Tower one, or maybe the Bard one. Or maybe I might not even buy the Bard one. It's too much, but... Okay, and then last one. Cubics. And while I'm looking at this, I'm going to go ahead and finish up and go ahead and end the stream here. But I do want to thank anyone that joined me throughout, like, getting this all and watching all these and figuring out stuff. I feel like I've just talked about a lot of interesting things. Some of the stuff is super boring, yeah, but I feel like if you stayed this long, you had a reason to stay. So, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. And, yeah. Hope to see you again at the next one. Bye-bye.